Welcome one and all to the Toon Review. This is Matchday Live, the final Premier League Matchday Live of the season, of course, as we finish at Brentford at the Community Stadium and hoping for 3 points and still that outside chance of European football next season. We start with a member, Shane. He's been with us for 28 months now. Fabulous. What a pleasure this channel has been to watch this season. Now let's go out there and qualify for Europe. Thanks, Paul, Billy, Stato, and Lady Sam. As usual, guys, it is subscriber only today. If you want to take part in the chat, we always do that on Matchday Lives. So get yourself subscribed, bottom right-hand corner. We start the stream on 29,395. Let's see how close we can get to push it up towards 30,000 by the end of the stream. Let's see how far we get. So if you are new, do subscribe. Please do hit the like button as well. Very important for the channel. You can become a member to support the channel that way by hitting that join button underneath us. And of course, as usual, you can donate to the channel via Super Chat if you do so wish. And that will guarantee your comment to be read straight out on the show. And Edward Gaunt has done just that. Thank you very much, Edward, for the Toon Review. Thanks for bringing us so much. Thank you very much. You're very welcome. Right, let's get straight into it. Of course, Alex is with us for the pre-match build-up as usual, and he will be with us at half-time and full-time, a Patreon podcast at the end of it for the match reaction over there and on YouTube as well. I'll give you all the details of those towards the end of the show later on. But let's take a look at the two lineups. We'll start off, obviously, with the Toon. We go with Nick Pope, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Pope is in goal. We then have Cher, Joe Linton, Isak, Barnes, Kraft, Hall, Murphy, Byrne, Longstaff, Bruno. The bench consists of Martin Dubravka, Kieran Trippier, Paul Dummett, Callum Wilson, Matt Ritchie, Miguel Almiron, Anderson, White, and of course Alex Murphy. Billy, what do you make of the lineup today then?
Well, Gordon aside, it's the perfect lineup for me.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Man United managed to kick Anthony Gordon out of this game as well as the last one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad to see Pope back in. It kind of wondered why he didn't play on Thursday, Wednesday for 4 days. Is not going to make that much difference. So I think he should start then. But he's correctified it today. Sharing as well is a big one for me because Trippier doesn't look at his best at all.
No.
Let's attack these and win the game.
Alex, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, it could work. It was needed. Nick Pope in was 100% necessary. Bringing Joe Linton in is decent as well. Obviously, we didn't kind of predict. We assumed that Anthony Gordon would pull through for the game. He hasn't, so he's injured. Well, pull through. Yeah, he's still alive. But unfortunately, the ankle has kind of meant he can't play. So Barnes on the left, I feel like it's slightly better having Joe Linton behind him. Maybe do a bit of the dirty work for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Space. So it definitely could work. It really could. A couple of changes Brentford side as well, but I'm sure we'll get onto that.
We will. Of course, Callum Wilson is back on the bench today. I've seen a few comments already in the chat thinking that maybe Eddie could have gone a 4-4-2 again, like he did against Burnley. But let's remember, there's Callum Wilson. We're not sure about where he stands in his own head at the minute, and obviously medically, but we'll see about that in the summer. Eddie's already reiterated today that he wants him to stay next season. Now, whether he does or not, time will tell, folks. But this is how the home side line up. They go with Flecken in goal, Roslev, Zanka, Pinnock, Regulon, Norgard, Janelt, Jensen, Visa, and Bueno, and Tony, Billy.
Yeah, it's that front three that is the dangers, isn't it? They've quick, they've got speed, they've got power, they've got Tony. He's a fantastic footballer. Competitive in the middle of the park. And, you know, I think we can get him at the back, though, if we're perfectly honest. Regulon does tend to go missing. He's a good attacking full-back, but defensively, I wonder if Murphy can get some joy there and Zanka and Pinnock in the middle. I think Isak, if he's anywhere near his best, could have a bit of a day there.
Well, that's it. I mean, how close to his best is he going to be today? Anyone worry you in that side, Alex?
Well, the danger men have already been highlighted in the front three. I think the positivity for us is Roslev starting at right back. Of course, they've got Nathan Collins and Hickey injured. Zanka, of course, he's not called Zanka. He's Matthias Jorgensen. I don't know what is his nickname, presumably. He's 34, and he profiles similarly to the other centre-halves in the Brentford squad. But Roslev, not profiling too well. He's not the main guy. He's played a lot more this season than he normally has. Still only 24, nearly 25 years old, but he only profiles well in clearances and tackles. Really get on the ball much. So yeah, definitely need to be having a go at this back line because it's quite makeshift. They're stretched for depth in their defense as well. Ben Mee is also out. Rico Henry is also out. So they are bare bones defensive line. So that's really, really good for us.
Yeah. Now, do any of you two want to explain the situation today? What has to happen?
Well, it might not actually be conclusive. I mean, we could win today.
Yeah.
We could win today, finish in 7th if Chelsea were to win. And if Manchester United do beat Man City in the cup final, that means no Europe. If we win today and Chelsea lose, we go to 6th. And then we are guaranteed some kind of Europe. I think that's true.
Yeah.
But that's dependent on a Chelsea loss at home to Bournemouth. I don't think that's going to happen. Man United away to Brighton. If Man United were to lose today, then we're finishing 7th. But again, the cup final comes into play then. So 6th, we're guaranteed Europe. 7th, not.
Well, I mean, it's going to, funnier things have happened. And Chelsea, I mean, I know I keep saying this, but they've had a weird season again. However, the sort of last few weeks, they've been pretty damn good. So I think Poch has finally got a tune out of them. So I'm expecting them to beat Bournemouth today. I expect Brighton to beat Manchester United. I just have a nice feeling about that, shall we say. Looney Tune says, thank God Nick Pope is back. Gordon missing is so disappointing. Big miss, Alex, isn't he?
Yeah, enormous miss. I mean, 21 goal contributions this year. He's had, 6 penalties for us, or at least should be 6. I don't know if that includes the Man United one that wasn't given. The energy, tenacity, it's everything. He offers everything. He'll cheer in moments where we need him to cheer. He arrives at the back post. He helps him build up. He helps defensively. He's handy on set pieces. He stretches the opposition. He makes their back line question themselves and have to make sure they're set right as well. It's a huge loss. Only mitigated by the fact that Barnes, when we've got control of a game, is typically a lot better. When we're the dominant side, but Barnes is typically very useful. Not been as good when we've had to put in dogged performances. But I feel like this could be a good game for Barnes if we can retain a bit more of the ball, which I would think we can with the physicality of Joe Linton coming back into the side, and Sean. With Bruno there in midfield. Hopefully, Sean, he can't do any worse than he did the other day in terms of duels. And then Nick Pope back in as well. I think there's a little bit more balance in our back four today, even though we've missing Kieran Trippier. He wasn't fit anyway. So having Cher, I think, gives us a bit more balance. Hopefully, Lewis Hall. I'm excited to see our left side because it's very different, really, really different. Because we've never seen all these sort of left-sided players play with Joe Linton yet. So Hall, Joe Linton and Barnes could be a really cute sort of little system link-up play. So we've got to keep an eye on that.
Brian Hansey says, what are your predictions for this match? What did you guys predict?
I think we'll smash them. I went 4-1.
Okay. I did have 4-1 as well, had my internet been working the other night, but 4-1 for me as well. I mean, Billy, looking at the team today, and you mentioned this earlier on about the time difference between obviously Wednesday and today, it makes no real difference to Nick Pope because it's probably likely that they didn't train a lot between Wednesday night and today's game. So do you think Eddie might look back on Wednesday if we don't get Europe and think he's dropped a big bollock by his team selection on Wednesday?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
100% I do. I mean, I think Nick Pope plays Wednesday, we don't lose the game. Simple as that.
Yeah. Alex, do you agree with that?
I mean, there's been a few games this year that we've won because of his tactical prowess in terms of like the Spurs game, but there have been, I would say, 3 or 4 games that we've lost because of selection and tactical tweaks. So, but you can't just put it down to that because there have been games that we've lost down to luck. There have been games that we've won down to luck. So you can't just say it's Eddie Howe's fault if we don't get Europe this season. Because there's a number of factors as well. He's obviously gained us a lot of points.
I'm not over the season, Alex. I'm just talking about Wednesday. I think he could have.
Wednesday is frustrating, because it's recent. Yeah. It's recent. You can pinpoint to the fact that we all think that with a couple of differences, we don't lose that game. Again, I would like to point out the fact we out XG'd them, we out big chanced them 6-2. Again, if you play that game 10 times, we win 9. But we've said that several times this season. Football can be a sport of luck. You know, quite often you get a team with 1 or 2 shots on target winning the game, which is frustrating. we used to do it. We used to do it back with Rafa Benitez. We used to not have control of games at all, but we would be quite clinical. We'd got sort of Rondon who would capitalize on things. It's not always the team who is the best team that wins the game, as Wednesday night showed, because we were the better team. We could see we were the better team tactically, technically, and it doesn't always work like that. So it's why we're trying to recruit players with a bit more of a technical ability and a proven record in goal scoring. It's why we brought Barnes in. We need more goals. We need to tidy up at the back, because that's how you get into Europe consistently.
Yeah. Tony says Gordon must be off then. Don't be silly. Did you see the state of his ankle? That's why he's not playing. It's nothing to do with him leaving Newcastle. Ashton says, but I don't think it goes straight into a league phase. I think it goes to a playoff. I don't know what that's about. Hope Gordon is out until next season. Stop other teams sniffing around. Ian says, disgusted in the Bournemouth team. It is a proper corrupt league, this. Or Bournemouth named a really weak side, have they?
Just only Solanke missing.
Only Solanke missing. So why are people complaining about that Bournemouth side?
I'm just seeing it just now. It's only Solanke missing. And that is his name, Unal or Enal, something like that, he's playing.
Jam Stasher says, are Big Joe or Elliot Anderson really that incapable of playing on the right of Bruno in place of Longstaff? Really? I mean, I don't think they're incapable of playing there, but I just think, Longstaff's been there literally all season, so I don't foresee why Eddie would drop him the last game. We know he thinks a lot of Sean Longstaff in that position, but look, I don't think he's going to be there next season as a starter. I think he'd be in the squad, absolutely, but as a starter, not a chance.
Tonali, won't it?
Of course it will.
It was meant to be this season.
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't have seen Longstaff way as much as we would have had we had a full side available. I don't think it's anybody.
He'd have probably gotten about 20-ish appearances, 25 in all competition tops.
Probably quite a few cup games. Yeah, absolutely. Likely outcome is finishing 7th and hoping Man City to do the business in the FA Cup final, which I would think they will. Couldn't beat a shite Man United. It's our own fault if we don't get Europe. I mean, Billy, we look back at this, and obviously, depending on the result today, we will have the end of season review in a few days' time next week, and look back at the season in general. But these last 3 games, I mean, it is frustrating because it was in our hands. All we had to do, well, I say all we had to do, but win those games, look after ourselves, and we blew it really because we blew it against Brighton at home, and then Man United. I mean, it's just so frustrating, isn't it?
Well, we've dropped points that we shouldn't have through the season. I don't think you can kind of isolate it to 1 game or 2 games. But when it was in our hands, and we could have really done it with just what we did on the pitch, we kind of, it's our last chance to lose today. We've got to go out and win. And if we don't go out and win, people will be saying, mentally, are they strong enough to do these kind of games where you've got to win? I think people will be saying it if we don't win today.
Alex, just a quick one away from this game, but I wanted to get your thoughts on De Zerbi leaving Brighton. Does that have any indication on maybe another team sniffing around him, like Manchester United?
Yeah, potentially. It's a strange one, isn't it? Because I'm pretty sure he was under contract, so I don't know how
He's got 2 years left, 2 years.
It's odd. It is definitely odd. Yeah, I mean, he's going somewhere. He's going somewhere. You don't just walk away for no reason, because that was a great project. They've done incredibly well to kind of stock up the finances for that club. Financially, they're looking absolutely incredible. They could put a lot of money into infrastructure, academy, scouting, coaching, facilities. They can pump that all into the club, and they can make it a fantastic club that can be incredible for the next 20 years at least. And then they can put that more into sort of transfer purchases as well. It was an interesting... It's kind of the... I don't want to be offensive to Brighton fans, because I feel dirty saying it, because we don't like that big 6 stuff. If it was like kind of what we're doing on a lesser scale, but they've done it through very, very solid recruitment and through player sales. And he's obviously got a really big shout somewhere, because you don't walk away from that.
I think Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich potentially. Thomas Tuchel's going. Yeah.
Well, Ten Hag was linked with Bayern Munich, so I'm just trying to say, is there a natural sort of chain there?
Barcelona's
I mean, look, is certainly his stock's gone up, hasn't he? Yeah, because Allegri's leaving. his stock's got up. Obviously, with the football, he's managed to get Brighton playing. Billy, Peter says Barnes really has to step up today. At least he's not afraid to shoot. It's a big opportunity for Harvey Barnes because I think a lot of Newcastle United fans are still on the fence with him, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm one of them. On his day, he's fantastic, but you need to get him on his day more often, I think. I think he needs more consistency. I think he needs to do when it matters more. And today's one of those days. So if he performs today, all good for him.
Anthony says 7th for me would be a good season considering. I'd be happy with that so long as it means Eddie and the team have learned from this season. Well, we'll not know about that until next season, to be honest. I mean, we'll have to wait and see if sort of lessons have been learned. You know, we've got all this investigation as well into the medical department. So a lot's going to go on in the summer, Alex.
Yeah, one thing you've got to remember, guys, is as we start recruiting better and better and better players, and as we improve the overall quality of the entire squad, we're not going to have this situation where we're frustrated if we pick somebody rather than someone else. Look at the Man City squad. You're either picking Edison or Ortega. Both of them are fantastic goalkeepers. Hopefully, in a few years' time, we're going to be in that position where it's not as much of a problem. Whereas in our squad at the moment, there is a considerable drop-off. When you swap in sort of Botman for Dummets and things like that, and it's a huge drop-off. You know, we don't want Gillespie in goal. It's an enormous drop-off in our team. So we won't have that issue going forward. It's going to take a few years. We'll get there. It's just time. It's time. It's only been 2.5 years. We've had an enormous turnaround in sort of players, and we've recruited a lot. And the 11 looks completely different to what it used to look like. And it will continue to happen. We will turn over the squad. You know, we've been linked with Tosin and Lloyd Kelly and stuff to improve the back end of the squad and Tosin potentially a starter.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've just got to be patient with it.
Patience is the thing, and I think that's going to be a main factor in the summer as well. I think we as fans, we can't expect Newcastle United just to go out as soon as the window's open and sign all these players. I think we have to be patient. Newcastle will undoubtedly have targets depending on where we end up for next season. Because I think if we're in Europe, we get some players that we may not have got, being not playing in Europe. So
we've got more depth by default anyway. A few people mentioned it there. Tonali coming back and Minte, if he is good in pre-season and they decide to keep him as a depth player, then that's two players we didn't have this season. And we've not had to pay for them this year. We paid for them last year, so it's two in that are improving quality, plus a couple of frees. That's suddenly 4 better players in the squad that are better. And we've not actually spent a transfer fee yet, so it's okay if we can do it right. It's looking quite promising.
Yeah. Graham Ritchie, thank you for your super chat. Last match, let's go out on a high. So good to have Pope and Joe starting. How are the lads? Lars says, please refrain from using the words physicality and Longstaff in the same sentence.
I did actually mean to say the other 2 midfielders, but Sean's name slipped out, so I just had to keep it there.
Yeah. Terraces is asking what you think about the sudden availability of Allegri and De Zerbi. Now, obviously, if we lose today, Billy, and don't get Europe, God forbid, you think there's a conversation going to be had. You're convinced of that. And with managers, of the stature of De Zerbi and Allegri, does that sort of change the viewing of everybody at the top of Newcastle?
Potentially. I'm not saying he's going to get sacked if they have the conversation, but I think there might be some kind of, constructive criticism of Eddie Howe this season from the manager, from the owners and people in the hierarchy. I think it's fair to do that. I think Eddie Howe needs to accept that as well. And if he doesn't accept it, then there may be a change in manager. But I don't know. There's going to be a conversation had either way, I guess.
Yeah. Lawrence says, why rabbit on about stats means nout. It's about results. End of story. Lawrence, that's a load of crap. Yes, of course, results are improved. But as Alex stated the other night, why do every single football club, even on an amateur level, use statistics? You can't say that it's a load of crap. It's just results, because without statistics, you don't get results sometimes, because you've got to look at stats and you've got to look at who's performing, who's not performing over a long period of time, etc., etc. The stats are very, very important, and to come out with that is very shallow, in my opinion. But That's your take on it. Patrick says, Paul Dummett can't be seen as a reason we don't get Europe. A last gasp penalty cost 2 points. May have meant we just needed a draw today. So he can be seen as a reason that we don't get Europe. Is everyone going to turn on Paul Dummett, do you think?
Not him exclusively, is it?
No, of course it isn't.
Yeah. He made one mistake. He made a terrible mistake, which cost us 2 points, absolutely. But, we could look back to say, the players' performances against Luton Town, against Nottingham Forest, against Bournemouth, etc. You look back to those games and you say we weren't good enough. Your league position is where you deserve to be at the end of the season. Wow. Mary, thank you very much. Gifted 10 Toon Review memberships. Mary, that's incredibly kind. Thank you very much. Please do drop a thank you in the chat if you are the recipient of one of those. Niall says, Matt Ritchie, 90th minute winner and a bus driving celebration.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? I mean, he's done it once this season, so.
Yeah. Apparently, Dutch commentators have said that Minte played his last game for Feyenoord.
Well, haven't we? So
technically last game, as in the season's ended as well. So there could be mention in that. But he is expected to go to Australia along with Garang Kuola's course. So, of course, they fly out tonight, which is
crazy.
Yeah, absolute madness. Paul Toon Doon Under, thank you for your super chat. He says, Eddie has brought this club from relegation to Europe. It would be mental if they get rid of him. Yeah, but look, it's management is a very difficult business to be in, and you're never truly safe. You're only a few games away from the sack.
I do disagree with both of you today. I think he's safe no matter what.
No. I don't. Listen, I think Eddie will be here next season, Alex. Don't get me wrong. I don't. I don't subscribe to it. I think he will be
happy for him to stay as well. I think he is learning. There's a lot of things I disagree with and all of us disagree with, but I do think he's learning. I think he's a fantastic manager with a great mindset. And
I agree with that. The only thing I would say to that, Alex, is, how long do we keep saying he's learning? He's been a manager for a long, long time now, and we can't keep using that learning thing. I realise that. Yeah.
It's a different journey, isn't it?
But where Newcastle United want to be, is he going to be gifted that learning time? I'm not sure he will be. I definitely think he'll be here next season, no doubt about that. But
in 10 years, they might not have the patience with managers. I think at the moment they do. I think they understand it's a process, and it would be massively disruptive with the squad. And you've got to remember the owners have a personal relationship with Eddie as well, because he was there before they got all of the backroom staff in, and Darren Eales, and before Dan Ashford came in. Eddie was the guy, so he's got. We'll never have that again. I mentioned this last year that there'll never be that connection ever again, because when we do move on to a new manager, whenever that may be, in 6 years, 1 year, whenever it is, they won't have that kind of personal connection with that new manager. Eddie's had that. He's kind of in a fortunate position, and they know him, so they'll know. They'll know whether he's the guy or not.
Yeah. Ron Peacock, thank you for your super chat. Just to say thanks to the Toon Review team for the season. Thank you very much. Colorado Magpie, thank you for your super chat. Big up TTR, thank you for a great season. And Simon Muller, thank you for your super chat. Last time at the Amex, we had to switch to a 4-4-2 late on to sneak a win. Gordon will be a massive miss today. He has been our player of the season. Absolutely no doubt about that. But there you go at the top, guys. We are literally 601 subscribers away from that big 30,000. So we've got nearly 2,000 watching already before kickoff, which is phenomenal. So please, if you are new and you like what you see, we are obviously a Newcastle United channel, but we do cover general football as well. We will be covering the Euros, of course, as well. And of course, Newcastle's pre-season tour of Japan, etc.
And transfers. Don't forget
transfers. We will have plenty of transfer shows in the summer. Absolutely, 100%. So there you are. We're 600 away. Let's see how close we can get today, guys.
And Australia, of course.
Yes.
Nice times for us, actually, aren't they? They've gone 11 in the morning times.
Yeah. They really are good times. But I just hope they're covered somewhere, Billy, that we can.
Yes, this is true.
I might have a inkling they might be on Newcastle's YouTube channel or the website, but we will do our best to get coverage of the games and do the Matchday lives, and hopefully see some Minte and see some Garang Kuol and a little cameo roles and see how well they do. But But Alex, anyway, we will catch up with you at half time, my man. And hopefully it's a good first half to talk about this time.
Your fingers crossed we start strong. So see you soon, everyone.
Absolutely. Cheers, Alex. So that was Alex. He will be back at half time, of course. Billy watching it on our usual.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's just get that up on here. And hopefully it's as good as it was the other day, because we didn't have any problem really with it.
No, green kit, so.
Oh, yeah. Right. I'm just seeing the two teams lined up, Billy. And just Thomas Frank.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Good stuff. Looks like a very nice sunny day. I believe that's Ivan Toney's son he's got around his arms. If not, questions will be asked. But there is Eddie Howe just taking his spot on the bench now. All short sleeve shirts and socks. Why do we have to play in the bloody green kit? Honestly. Anyway.
Could have worn blue today, couldn't we?
I guess so, yeah. Brentford line up with Flecken in goal. Very interesting name. Mark Flecken. A back four of Ruslev Zanko, which is his middle name, apparently. Ethan Pinnock and, of course, Sergio Reguilon. The three in midfield will be Matthias Jensen, Christian Norgard, and Vitaly Janelt. And up front, we have Mbuemo, Tony, and Visa. It is a very, very strong front three for Brentford. I think that's fair to say, Billy Bob.
It is indeed, and I've got a little bit of strength on the bench. Kevin Shard, of course, got pace. Neon Mopé's a rat. We know what he's like. Damsgaard's also a good player. So, yeah, a bit of strength in depth as well for them. Yeah. Not an easy game for us today, but we can do it. We can do it.
I've lost my middle screen. This happened to me the other day, didn't it? It just
we're going with our lineup now. Nick Pope in goal. Emil Kraft, Fabian Shed, and Burnley.
There we go.
You back in?
I am. I've just got the lineup on the screen, so I think you've gone ahead of me, Billy.
Yeah, long stuff. Just refresh, Paul.
I will refresh, Billy.
Have you got Captain Peacock on your screen?
Captain Peacock?
Have I been served? Top right corner.
I'm just waiting for it to come back on, Billy. Just give me a second. It's just taking its time to boot up, shall we say. It did this a few minutes ago. Just while that's doing that, we have a super chat from Paul Toon Doon Under again. Thank you very much. Thanks for the season, you legends. I'm happy they're coming to Australia. Yes, I have got that, Billy. I'm just looking at the Newcastle fans right now.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you very much, Paul Doon Under, for that. Much appreciated, my friend. Now I'm just looking at the centre circle, Billy.
Yeah, now we're in the Brentford fans and now Tony.
Yes, well, I hope that was his mother, Billy, again, or questions will be asked about that particular shot we just saw there. However, getting the last minute chips and or whatever that is she's eating, probably jellied eel down there, Billy.
Could be. Pie and mash, maybe.
Could be pie and mash. We're in a huddle now. Come on, boys. Let's hope we play some great football today. Dan Byrne is very vocal in that huddle, Billy.
Quite right too. I mean, I think we missed his leadership the other day when he wasn't the captain.
Yeah,
I don't think he was his usual self, and I think maybe that's one of the reasons why Mr. Trippier's been dropped today.
Absolutely. Paul, 12th man Toon, thank you for your super chat. Final day. How are the lads? By the way, Paul, I have got your email, matey, so I will sort that out for you. No problem at all. We'll get that mentioned on probably tomorrow night, matey, on the review show. But it will be Newcastle United to kick us off. We'll be going from right to left in the first half. Isak is over the ball, and we are very close to going. No spoilers in the chat, as usual, guys. If you do, the mods will just delete it and kick you out. We are underway. So please, just respect everybody else in the chat who's listening to the commentary and don't put any spoilers up. We thank you very much for that. But continue subscribing if you are new, guys. Bottom right-hand corner. Let's see how many we can finish on today as we battle towards 30,000 subscribers as Brentford have an early free kick here, Billy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what for because I thought it was a good tackle and we were on the attack there.
Yeah. It was called back. So Brentford have a free kick just over the halfway line here. Half a minute gone in the game. Reguilon will take it for Brentford. And he's taking his time about this. A very, very high line from Newcastle United. Ivan Toney standing way offside, but that's a good one. And immediately Nick Pope's off his line. Forces Brentford wide, but the cross is going to come in now. And Toney tries an ambitious overhead kick. And to say it was ambitious was to say the least, and it sails over the crossbar. But again, that's what. Well, look at Nick Pope here, Billy. He's right out there and forces the player wide.
Yeah.
Even though Nick Pope didn't get the ball, it's the fact that he forced him away from goal, and he was able to retake his position.
And he got back without panicking. Like, you know,
yeah.
Forest have taken the lead at Burnley. Chris Wood.
Well, there you go. There you go. Of course, Burnley already down, and Forest. Rough season with points deduction, etc. Oh, now it's Harvey Barnes. That looked like a foul. Yeah, nothing given. Brandon Watson, thank you for your super chat. Would love to see an Eddie Howe Stadium emptying mags today, lads. Hard graft to do, though. Thanks for all the incredible shows and watch-alongs. You're very welcome. Thank you very much for that, Brandon.
Oh, Barnes, you're piss poor there, mate.
Ruslev got that, and now when Bueno is away, he's got Ivan Toney, and Brentford have taken the lead. And is Toney offside? I don't think he is, Billy. I think we're 1-0 down inside 2 minutes, and that is the worst possible start for Newcastle United. Poor from Harvey Barnes, and then Bueno got completely free on the right-hand side and just disappeared. And of course, I mean, again, the defending has to be looked at there, Billy, because that was absolutely shocking defending. Yeah, nobody trailing after Toney as well.
No, I mean, look, Barnes was weak as piss there.
There's no offside.
No, definitely not. He's beyond.
I mean, the linesman is standing right there. There's no. It's a cool finish. There. No, Brentford have taken the lead definitely there. That's horrific defending again. And
Barnes is weak as piss there. Joe Linton gets caught in no man's land. Lewis Hall's square as well, playing behind him. I don't know what Cher and I don't know where Cher is, to be honest.
Well, why are they not trying? Surely one of them should be alongside Ivan Toney. How have they allowed him to just stand on his own on the penalty spot like that is beyond a joke, really.
Where's Cher? It's not in the picture, I don't think. There's Burn, he's way back. Oh, Cher. Burn's nowhere.
Wow. I mean, we were caught out there completely on a counter-attack, Billy, and it was very, very poor. I mean, they are checking this. I don't think it's offside, Billy, if we're honest. I think it'd be very harsh if this is offside because the linesman was standing right there. Oh, it is offside.
Strange.
It is disallowed. Wow.
Man City have scored against West Ham, Phil Foden.
Oh, well, there you go. I mean, they were going to win that anyway, aren't they?
Who's offside?
That's a very tight offside. I wonder if because Ivan Toney, Billy, he was offside.
Yeah, he hasn't retreated, has he?
Yeah, so I think it's Toney that was offside there because he was clearly in an offside position when it was flicked onto him, Bueno, and because it's still the same move, he didn't come back into an onside position, therefore he is offside.
Yeah, hasn't
interesting. And a shot coming in from Newcastle. And Jacob Murphy rasps one a couple of feet over the bar. Of course, his brother scored 2 cracking goals yesterday for Oxford in the playoff final. And almost a fantastic weekend for the Murphys there. I mean, it's about 4 foot over the bar, but a good effort.
Yeah, fantastic effort. Yeah, really good. But we got away with one there, folks. No doubt about that.
Yeah, it was poor defending, but now I realise why maybe Ivan Toney was so far ahead of the rest of them was because he was already in an offside position, of course. Yeah. No spoilers, guys, as Mr. Ruffiad Benisian's put in there. Last warning, or you get thrown out of the chat. We don't want to do that. Wait until me and Billy have commentated on it, and then we can all talk about it together. Bruno very slow on the ball there, and he's lost it.
Got no communication. Someone's got to give him a shout there.
As Brentford come forward again menacingly midway through the Newcastle half. It's with Pinnock. He spreads it wide now for Bueno. He's got the run of Ruslev, but that's a nice ball inside. Good back checking by Jolinton as I get the spinny wheel of happiness. So that's just slowed my stream down a bit, Billy.
I had it as well, yeah.
Okay, hang on. I'm refreshing, so it might go. I've still got the game, but I've refreshed, and it's just taken forever to refresh. But Brentford have the ball at the moment.
They do.
I'm on 5:18, Billy.
Yep, same as me.
Okay. And it's headed behind by Dan Burn, and Brentford have a corner. And now it's decided to refresh. Honestly, you may as well refresh yours, Billy, because we're going to be at the same stage.
Okay.
A little bit of Gremlins early doors for the commentary guys.
5:45.
Oh, bloody hell. I forgot to put the scoreboard up again. There you go. Oh, dear. Yeah, I realise you need a telescope to see that. Mine's just taking forever to refresh, Billy. I don't know what's going on here. But then again,
heading away, and Brentford do pick up on the other side of the pitch with Wissa. Back to Jan Out, looking for a cross in. He's overhit that boy, 25 yards, and goal kick to Newcastle.
So there you go. No serious stuff came from that. Dear God, this is still going on, Billy. Oh, bloody Nora.
Thomas Frank there, he's pointing out things that his team, he can't be happy with that cross. It's just seen there from Jan Out. But the pictures are on Thomas Frank, and Newcastle are going to play from short. Pope with Byrne and Share next to him. And in fact, he's ushered his defenders away and he's kicked it long, looking for the head of Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes gets ahead to it. Unfortunately, it goes to nobody in particular. Bit of confusion there with the defenders there, Brentford. They both left it to each other, and in the end, Flecking clears it, but only as far as Emil Kraft. Now it's Joe Linton, Bruno. Back to Fabian Schär. Fabian Schär floats one over the top, looking for Isak. Gets it to him as well. Here's Bruno now. Bruno, the ball in. Isak can edge of the box. Tries to float it wide for Barnes, but it's cleared for a throw into Newcastle United, very deep in the Brentford half, next to the corner flag. You back in yet?
Nope.
Joe Linton has it now from the throw-in. Being snapped at by the Brentford midfielder next to him. Dan Burn took an age there and allowed Tony to get a foot in, but Newcastle maintained possession with Fabian Schär, and he floats a long ball looking for Jacob Murphy. It's cut out by Reguilon. It's a poor pass out from Schär. Reguilon comes forward with the ball, plays it square then to Jan Out, and then wide here for Roslev. Roslev's poor pass, loose ball cuts it out. Now Joe Linton, ball inside there for Longstaff. Longstaff's got options here. Plays the ball wide for Jacob Murphy. Jacob Murphy's going to be outpaced there by Reguilon, and he slides in and gets out for a throw to Newcastle, level with a Brentford penalty area on the right-hand side. Bruno to Joe Linton. Bit of keep ball here for Newcastle. Wide then to Emil Kraft. Emil Kraft goes back to Fabian Schär. Every player, the outfield player, is in the Brentford half at this precise moment in time. Lewis Hall has it now. Back to Dan Burn. Going backwards here, back to Lewis Hall. That's a poor pass from Burn, and Lewis Hall couldn't control it, and Brentford on the attack with Mbeumo. Mbeumo has gone for Tony. Tony tries to cut it. Good foot by Nick Pope, keeps it out. But again, poor play from Dan Burn. Left us in trouble there. Ivan Tony had a good chance there, one-on-one. But Nick Pope stood tall, got his foot through it. Harvey Barnes, again weak, loses the ball. And Brentford have it in the middle of the park.
I'm almost there, Billy. I think it's a problem with our supplier here.
It could be your internet.
It's not. I've got full internet. It's just the site's playing up. I think
poor play there from Dan Burn, and yeah, they were in here. Whistle took it off Lewis Hall, ball in for Tony. Schär let him go. I mean, he's really poor defended, but Nick Pope's bailed him out with a good save, and now Nick Pope catches the ball from a poor cross, and we can build from deep. 9:19 on the clock. Balls with Bruno just outside the penalty area. Plays it wide then for Emil Kraft. Emil Kraft almost miscontrolled it, but he plays it forward for Isak. Isak going against Ethan Pinnock. Being joined now by Reguilon. He goes past Pinnock with ease. Brilliant play from Isak. He's in the box now. He's got in the box. Crossed in. Back post. Joe Linton's missed an open goal. Oh my God. He's missed an open goal there. I think it's Joe Linton. It is Joe Linton. Far post. All you have to do is roll it into an empty net. And he's put it wide. Unbelievable miss there. Brilliant play from Isak to set him up. Goes past Pinnock with absolute ease, strength and skill. Gets into the penalty area. Rolls it across to Joe Linton. All he's got to do is put it to an empty net. And Joe Linton puts it wide. As Crystal Palace take it against Villa.
Just keep going, Billy. I'm still there. I'm still trying.
Okay.
This is terrible.
Really, really big chance missed there from Joe Linton. Should be 1-0. And he's missed. Brentford now trying to get pressed here. Joe Linton's trying to get this ball back from Pinnock, and it's a poor ball. Cuts out. Isak has it. Longstaff shit out of that tackle. But Newcastle have a free kick for the foul on Isak.
Well, that makes
a good area. It's in a good area. It's on the right-hand side of the penalty area, maybe 10 yards from central. Ideal for a left footer. Could be one for Lewis Hall, this one, if he wants to have a shot at goal. It'd be interesting to see who takes the set pieces today with no Gordon and no.
Yeah, a lot of people were thinking it might be Lewis Hall, Billy, who would take them, but I don't know.
Well, this is an ideal place for left-footed power strike, if you like. It's very much the area where Stuart Pearce scored a lot of goals from. That they've only put a 2-man wall up as well. I'd be tempted if Fabian Schär's joined the crew. There's Murphy, Hall, and Schär are over the ball. This is a left foot out to just bend it round the wall, top corner.
Well, if it's crying out for Lewis Hall, you never know, Billy.
Schär's left the scene. It's Hall and Jacob Murphy. It's got to be Lewis Hall. No, Jacob Murphy's floated into the box looking for Newcastle head, doesn't find one, and it's cleared by Tony. Agriculturally down the pitch, picked up by Jacob Murphy. He's got Lewis Hall wide on the right-hand side, the wrong side for him. Murphy comes back to the side, and now Lewis Hall has to make his way, but he's going to stay out there. Floated ball looking for Harvey Barnes. It's a poor one from Kraft, and Brentford can clear it. Jan out, back to Pinnock. Sorry, that was Zanko, and now it's Russ left. Now Zanko again. Poor pass from him, and I don't know what that was from Fabian Schär. Just an agricultural swipe at the ball, and straight into the hands of Flecken. He put his hands to his head there, Schär. He knew it was an awful kind of...
He hasn't had the best of starts, has he?
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't indeed. And that's a terrible ball there from, I think it was Jan out. Straight into touch. It's not, it's Norgard, in fact. Awful. Straight to touch, and Newcastle have the ball in a very advanced area. We're more than halfway inside the Brentford half. Lewis Hall finally gets back to the left-hand side of the pitch where he should be playing from the previous free kick and takes the throw to Joe Linton, gets it back from Joe Linton. Slightly heavy touch from Joe Linton. Back to Dan Burn, who will go all the way back to Nick Pope. And does do. Nick Pope now probably go out the far side to Kraft. He does. Kraft looking down the line for the run of Murphy. It's overhit by maybe 10, 15 yards. And Reguilon just lets it run out for a throw-in. And he throws it back to Flecken. So, of course, can't pick this up. And he's getting a bit of pressure here from Longstaff. Isak puts a bit of pressure on the defender. And, yeah, they're not looking great playing the ball out here, Brentford. Back to Flecken again. Isak puts the heat on him. And he just kicks it into... Has he? Well, I've got the spinning wheel of doom now myself, so we shall never know.
Well, it's just not functioning for me, Billy.
We're back in again, anyway.
Well, at least you are.
Ross left. Back to Pinnock. Then to Jenalt, back to Pinnock again. Nice pass through the middle of the park there, looking for Wissa, who's fouled there from Bruno. Gets a free kick, quickly taken. Looking for the win of Mbeumo, and Burn's got to be... Well, he did well there, Burn. Got it away from Mbeumo. Now Lewis Hall has it. Lewis Hall has to come back, plays it back to Dan Burn. Dan Burn tries to clear it, but it's off a Brentford attacker. I think it was Mbeumo, and out for a goal. Kick to Newcastle.
Oh, dear. This
13:50. Have you come out of it and back in again?
I've tried. I'm trying to reboot the whole website and everything. It's just not happening for us, Billy.
Spurs have taken lead at Sheffield United. Kulusevski. Still no goals. Newcastle did get away with a VAR decision in our favour for once. But the Toon Army are in full voice there.
As we'd expect.
Long clearance from Pope. Looking for the head of Isak. Over the head of Isak goes. Barnes could get in here. Didn't. Wilson intercepts. This time they did clear it properly to one of their own players. And back to Flecken it goes. There should be a bit of pressure coming in here. And it does indeed. But he plays out calmly to Pinnock. And he can come out of defence with the ball. Nice pass in there for Janalt. Now it's with Mbeumo. He's got Russ left wide. It's actually Tony on the ball. That's a great tackle from Joe Linton. Brilliant tackle. And now it's Lewis Hall, breaker on the counter. That's a poor pass from Lewis Hall. Trying to play it down the channel for Isak, but it was cut out by Zanko. Underhit the pass there, Lewis Hall. Brentford getting a bit of pressure now from Longstaff. And now Murphy trying to pressurise Reguilon. But back it goes to Flecken in the Brentford goal. There's a bit of pressure from Longstaff this time. This time they get away with it, though, and can bring it away on the left-hand side with Sergio Reguilon looking for a ball inside. That's a great little pass. Norgard is kind of tackled there by Joe Linton. Good tracking back there from the Brazilian. And it'll be a throw into Brentford on the far side. Chris Wood's got his second at Burnley today, Forest.
Billy, I'm going to come out and I'll let you take over. Just I need to probably reboot everything. Just
okay.
I'll be with you soon.
Okay. Ball is wide here then with Mbeumo back inside then for Norgard. Now Janalt in the Brentford midfield. pressurised by Longstaff. He goes wide then to Pinnock. Back again to the captain. And then down here for Zanko. Zanko approaches the middle of the park there. Wide he goes to Mbuemo. Good ball in there for Norgard. Possession football here from Brentford. Bit of pressure coming in from Joe Lynch. It's a very hot day down there at the G-Mex, or whatever you call it, the G-Tech, or whatever it is, the Brentford ground. The wall is wide with Reguilon. Got a bit of space to move into. Plays it inside then for Janalt. Now it's Pinnock and now Zanko. Got Ross left wide. He's gone over the top. He's overhit that. Poor game. Chelsea have taken the lead at home to Bournemouth. Moses Caicedo. Not the greatest game of football this. We both had chances. I mean, Joe Linton should have put us ahead after their VAR kind of disallowed goal. But yeah, it's a bit of stalemate at the minute. Lewis Hall has it. Pressurised. He plays it down the line for Joe Linton. Joe Linton with a great bit of skill there. And it's fouled. He's tripped over there. And the refs give a throw in. Unbelievable bit of refereeing. That's dreadful. Ross left foul. Joe Linton there. Tripped him over. And the ball went out of play and the ref give a throw in. Unbelievable. But there is pressure coming in on Rossleff now from Harvey Barnes. Yet to get into the game yet, Harvey Barnes. Certainly from an attacking point of view. Little chip forward from Flecken. Finds Rossleff. Barnes tries to get back with him. Foul there from Joe Linton. Be a free kick. Foul there on Norgard. And it'll be a free kick to Brentford, which has already been taken. Norgard has it now. Nice ball there for Tony. Tony plays it wide there for the on-rushing Reguilon. Looking dangerous here, Brentford. Going against Kraft, Reguilon. Tries to get to the byline. Kraft gets a foot in and Fabian Schär clears it. Just to Ethan Pinnock. Should have been better than that, really, Schär. But Brentford don't seem too keen in getting forward quickly. And they play it amongst themselves with Pinnock and Zanko. And now wide it will go to Reguilon on that far side. Ball inside is a poor one. Again, a poor clearance from Schär. But this time, Bruno cuts it out and plays it for Joe Linton. Now we've got a chance to counter. Joe Linton plays it inside for Bruno. He's pushed over. And we get a free kick. And it's already been taken. Longstaff plays it wide for Jacob Murphy. Jacob Murphy's got the overlap from Longstaff. Will he give it him? He doesn't. He goes inside for Bruno. Bruno going against... that's a great ball inside. Murphy's in the back post here. Good challenge. It'll be a corner ball. Let's give a goal kick. Of course he has. Jacob Murphy got him behind. Tried to get across. He might have... That's a corner all day long. They just give a goal kick. Unbelievable. Yeah, tackle from Janalt. So it'll be a goal kick for Flecken here. Long clearance from Flecken. And Brentford have it wide with it's Visser on the far side, isn't it? Back he goes to Reguilon. Not the greatest game of football so far. Brentford will get a bit of pressure here on the goalkeeper, Flecken, but he plays it wide for Rossleff. And they're playing around us here in a minute. Rossleff goes bombing down the line. Barn gets a kind of a challenge in. Doesn't take him out of any momentum. Doesn't take the ball off him. He goes backwards in the end to Janalt, and now Norgard plays it wide. It's with Visser. Yeah, wide he goes then to Reguilon, back inside, Janalt. Clever little turn there from Mbuemo, now Rossleff. And, well, everyone apart from the Brentford goalkeepers now in the Newcastle half. Man City at 2 up, Phil Foden with the second player of the year, of course. Good challenge there from Lewis Hall, wins the ball back and gets it from Joe Linton too. Nice little flick wide for Barnes. Barnes, well, we've got a chance here. Barnes. Can he play Isak in? Oh, it's a terrible pass. Isak will keep it in just about, but should have been a lot better than that. Barnes up against Ethan Pinnock, goes back then to Lewis Hall. Inside for Joe Linton. Joe Linton 20 yards out, gives it to Bruno. Probably going to spread it round to the far side of the pitch where Sean Longstaff is at the last moment in time. Crafts. Now Murphy. Inside then for Bruno. Got a chance to cross the ball in. Great cross. Oh, it's a goal! It's a goal for Newcastle. And it's Harvey Barnes with the header. Brilliant goal. And we're going to have to go back so we can get the goal music on. Unbelievable goal there from Harvey Barnes. Great cross in. And Newcastle United have the lead. If I can find it, that is. Here we go. I need to kind of edit that. we can have a banner on with Paul not being here. So we're going to edit the thing. But great goal from Harvey Barnes. Great cross in there. Great. It's well crafted. Bruno's ball in. And Harvey Barnes in the centre of the goal with a good header. And we'll put that up there as a banner so you can see before Paul gets back. We'll save that. And we shall highlight that too as a ticker. There we go. It's 1-0 to Newcastle United. Brilliant, brilliant goal. And now I have to go back into the stream while I'm watching and refresh it because clearly at the precise moment in time, we're behind a little bit. So there we go, back in. Great goal, Harvey Barnes. Yeah, good finish. Really well finished. And I've kind of got the same thing as what Paul had now, strangely enough. Which ain't great. But yeah, great goal from Harvey Barnes. Yeah, I need to go back into it like Paul did. It's not great at the minute. Lost all pictures. But we shall be back in soon. 100% we will be. This isn't great, folks, at the minute. Yeah, it's a brilliant goal. Brilliant, brilliant goal that was. Really good goal from Newcastle United. And a 1-goal lead. Harvey Barnes with a really, really good header. Well, we're back in now anyway, which is good news. Or should be once we get there. Yes. Yep. So 1-0 to Newcastle United. We have 24 and a half minutes on the clock. And Newcastle have the ball again. Well, yeah, it's not great this so far. I had a feeling it was going to be like this today. We had a chance there in the box, but there's a flag gone up. So 24 and a half, 25 minutes on the clock at the minute. Yeah, we have enough side there. Sorry about that, folks. We had a bit of a breakdown, but we're back in. We've got 25 minutes on the clock. Yeah, God, the rest flagged for that. Isaac was in the area. Newcastle scored a goal. Well, VAR got a look at this, surely. The linesman flagged then, and I think VAR are going to look at this. They flagged for Isaac being offside, but not sure he was. What he's flagging for there, we'll never know. So we're going to check Isaac. He's rolled it into Longstaff to put it into the net. The linesman should never have flagged that. But we're going to check Isaac. Isaac's the one that's going to be offside, if anyone. Well, I don't know. It's very close, this one. Why the linesman's flagging now, I'll never know. They're in a perfect line. Next season, yeah, he's offside. So he's right to flag. But still, linesmen should have been told not to flag those. And he did. It was a borderline one. Should have been flagging. Looked very close, that. We win the ball deep in their half with Lewis Hall. Played it into Isak, who's marginally offside. But anyway, we're playing on flicking almost let the ball go into his own net there. Brentford are all over the place here, I have to say. Lewis Hall with a throw-in. It's a very hot day down there in London. The substitutes have got the bibs on their heads. It's that warm. Can we see the pitch, please? We don't want to see the substitutes with bibs on their heads. That's it. Fabian Schär into Joe Linton. To Isak, back to Joe Linton. Give and go there from Isak. Lovely pass from Joe Linton to Hall. Hall comes backwards, goes back to Joe Linton. It's Bruno, in fact, who's picked it up. Both of the two Brazilians with the blonde hair, of course. Now Joe Linton, little give and go. Lewis Hall now. Goes to cross then to Dan Burn. Back in their own half. Now to Fabian Schär. A bit of pressure on Fabian Schär here. Schär can't be too cocky. Plays it back to Burn. And Newcastle have gone 10 yards, 20, 50 yards back. Nick Pope has it now. But it's possession football. Nick Pope clears it long down the pitch, looking for for Jacob Murphy. Good header that from Joe Linton, but Isak's control let him down there. Bruno almost wins it back. And Brentford play for the middle of us with Jan Alt, and now it's Norgard. Joe Linton trying to grab hold of him. That's a free kick. Joe Linton a bit too... and he's getting booked, in fact, Joe Linton. He's getting booked. For protesting. He grabbed hold of the players. It was Matthias Jensen. He grabbed hold of him from behind. Did win the ball in the end after about three fouls. Protested and got yellow carded, probably for dissent as much as anything. But Brentford have a free kick in the centre circle. Dead circle, in fact.
Hello.
Back?
I'm back.
Good stuff.
Finally. Take that ticker off, Billy. I'll put the clock right in just a second. There was a problem with the website, Billy. I don't know whether it was just overloaded and they needed to do something at their end with the servers. But listen, I'm back. Anything interesting? I just saw Joe Linton get a yellow card, so I'll put that on.
Ooh, we had a goal disallowed for offside. The line was flagged against Isak being offside, which he was by the minimal margins.
Yeah.
VAR checked it. Longstaff put it into the net. But unfortunately, the VAR ruled it out for offside. But yeah, Harvey Barnes has scored, of course.
Oh, I didn't even know which scored.
Yeah, we won up.
Okay, brilliant.
Harvey Barnes with a header.
So you got to play the music?
I tried my best. I got round to it in the end, yeah.
After all the celebrating. So I'll put us a goal up as well. So yeah. Harvey Barnes scored, did he?
He did indeed with a header. Brilliant play to build up for it. Really good goal. Brentford looked shocking at the back.
Well, we're really coming forward again with Murphy on the right-hand side, plays it in, it's cleared away. But jolly good. He is Bruno, for Newcastle. I just saw Joe Linton pick up a yellow card, Billy Bob. Well, that's a nice ball into Longstaff. And now Isak trying to work out a little bit of space to get the shot in. Still Isak, lays it to Murphy. Murphy clips one back towards the back post. Barnes nods it across. It was a poor header by Barnes. I'm not sure who he was trying to aim for there, Billy. Not the best of headers.
It's gone very shady all of a sudden, hasn't it?
Yeah, and I think there's a few clouds going over the community stadium as I've got the death wheel, but I'm back on again.
Same here.
I'm at 29.43, Billy.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, here's Bruno. Just the edge of the box. Plays. Oh, Longstaff could have got onto that. Inches away from getting it, but interestingly enough, Billy, Isak there down on his haunches again.
But this was Isak, to be fair.
I take it we're going to see the goal again here.
This is a goal. What a ball this is, Bruno, by the way.
What a brilliant ball. Great header, Harvey Barnes. That's good football, Billy.
It's a wonderful cross, isn't it?
Oh, I mean, it's just begging
as well.
Yeah.
Poor defending, mind. I mean, I don't know what the right back's doing. I don't really care.
But a fantastic header from Harvey Barnes. Let's not take that away from him. What a good goal. And now Murphy. Oh, that's never going to play Isak in the poor ball there. Guys, we've got over 2,500 watching. Thank you for watching Matchday Live on the Toon Review. Please do subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner. We're trying to get as far up as we can towards 30,000 by the end of the stream. So with your help, we will get there sooner rather than later. So please do subscribe if you're new. It's completely free. Bottom right-hand corner. Got sort of a cinematic view there.
Yes,
anyway, Brentford back on the ball now. Julie says, Mary says, no granny was harmed in the goal scoring earlier.
Oh, I didn't even mention that. I forgot to. I didn't even mention that.
Well, she'll be back. Don't worry. She'll be back. I'm sure we'll get another one today, Billy.
I'm sure he will. We're playing really well at the minute.
Yeah, we are. Murphy, that's a good ball into space for Bruno, who's got all sorts of space to run into here. Lays into Isak. Lovely little back flick from Isak. Bruno then plays the ball down. Will Murphy get there? Oh, no. Almost got there, Billy. Almost. It was a lovely move again. But how much space are Brentford giving Newcastle here?
Yeah, they're on the beach, aren't they? Hopefully, anyway, they are.
Well, it seems like that. I mean, the thing is, Billy, I'm quite surprised because I would have thought they wanted to go out with a bang, especially for his manager, who is in deep conversation with the fourth official there.
Bit of strange performance in Brentford. They look dangerous going forward, as we said they would be.
Yeah.
But again, we did say they were going to be weak at the back as well, and they kind of have been. Look at that. He's just been, well,
I mean,
green grass.
Green grass. Lessonator, thank you very much for your super chat. He says, clock. Oh, I haven't started the bloody time, Billy. I put the time right and I didn't hit start. What a bell end.
32:20 at the minute.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to have to put it up to 32:30, and then when it hits 30, I will hit start. Here we go. There you go. Right, there you go. Right, clock is on. Thank you very much to the two super chats, Kieran, as well.
Oh, got fouled out at the end. The referee is poor, by the way, instantly.
Yeah, I've seen a few of the comments coming in about the referee as Brentford. I'm not sure where Mbueno was trying to head that. Isak covers. And again, Isak looks terribly out of breath. I mean, I know it's a warm day. It's definitely a warm day, but he is from Sweden, so it's not like he doesn't... and he's played in Spain, so it's not like he's not used to the hot weather, Billy.
They look really good in the back, I've got to say.
Yeah, Jimmy Barr, thank you for gifting Toon Review 5 memberships. Very kind. Please do say thank you in the chat if you are one of those beneficiaries. And yes, I used the word beneficiaries on a Sunday afternoon. I'm very proud of myself. Anyway, here's Mbuemo trying to skip round Lewis Hall, but Harvey Barnes does brilliantly well to come back.
Much better, Harvey Barnes.
And cover Harvey Barnes. Nick Pope tries to float one back out to Lewis Hall, but he was never getting that. And Brentford now trying to set something up. Joe Linton again getting stuck in. He's got to be careful here. He seems very revved up, Big Joe. And he's just won the ball brilliantly there and breaking down the left-hand side now. Floats one down for Isak. Is Isak onside? Because he's into the box now, Isak. We know what he likes to do, to cut onto his right. He does, but he plays it back. And I'm not sure who... Was that Lewis Hall?
I think it was Lewis Hall, yeah.
Ah, dear. It was a poor pass from Isak, that, to Lewis Hall. It was a simple pullback, Billy.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And, well, now Joe Linton's gone down, by the way.
Brilliant, Joe. First place, mind.
Yeah. Joe Linton's shaking his head here,
dear.
Billy.
Oh, dear. Oh,
And
dear.
Isak's got a monumental amount of stuff coming out his mouth. I think he would have been given offside had he scored there, Billy.
Brilliant pass, though, wasn't it?
Oh, wonderful ball over the top. But this pass back to Lewis Hall, I mean, we're not going to see it, but it's poor. Well, Big Joe's back up again. Didn't need any treatment, so... Well,
he likes to go down on the pitch, doesn't he? He likes to have the...
Well, he does like a sit down every now and again, doesn't he, in each half, just to slow things down a little bit, doesn't he? So we'll forgive him for that. It's a hot day, Billy.
Liverpool 1-0. McAllister. Chelsea were 1-up, by the way. Caicedo as well.
Yeah, saw that, yeah. But at the moment, this is Brentford on the ball on the halfway line with... I believe that's Pinnock. It's hard to see from this angle.
I think Zanko this side. I think Pinnock's on the left.
Zanko, is it? Yeah, right, okay. Well, he's got the ball back, a little 1-2 there. But again, Joe Linton closing them down brilliantly, forcing them to play it out of... I mean, that's what we've missed with Joe Linton, isn't it? Just the intense physicality, the press. I mean, there's a Brentford fan looking almost as if he wanted to cry there. I'm not sure what's wrong with him there. Just enjoy the sunshine, pal. And enjoy watching the Toon. As Lewis Hall goes in and wins the ball, that's a throw into Newcastle United. Joe Linton again screaming at the referee because he was taken out very late again there, Billy. But once again, nothing from the referee.
Indeed, he's not getting any protection at all. He got fouled a minute ago as well. They give a throw for it. It was blatantly tripped. And that's a long ball.
Oh, he's missed it. And Isak's onto it in a shot. And he's got away here. There's a man on the far side, which is Jacob Murphy, completely unmarked. Isak finds him. Yes! 2-0 to the Toon. Brilliant pace by Isak and a brilliant ball across the face of goal. James Corden is delighted in the Toon crowd there. And it's time to go and grab your granny because she's looking for some negligees to take on holiday and surprise Grandad with a late night shag. It's a goal for Newcastle and it's 2-0. Brilliant finish from Murphy, Billy. Isak did the hard work. He was very, very pacey to get away from Zanko. Inch perfect pass. Murphy couldn't miss.
Yeah, I think this time it was Pinnock, I think. He loves to have a bad game against us, doesn't he?
Yeah.
What a ball for me like that is, and Jacob's crackers at the far post.
Yeah,
Great
absolutely. Anoy, thank you very much for your super chat. There's a £5 for Barnes and a £5 for Murphy. Thank you very much. But great anticipation for Murphy to get up there, Billy, and an absolutely brilliant finish.
It is indeed, yeah. Really, really good. But again, Isak's kind of, alertness to the mistake was brilliant as well.
And Murphy's won the ball back again here. And now we're in again with Isak. Oh, it's 3-0. Oh, yes, please, sir. Played in by Bruno. And it's grab your granny time again. I'm not sure what to say, but I think she's going on a ride on Grandad's Harley. It's 3-0. Grab her. And it's 3-0. I'll say it again. It's 3-0. Yes. Brilliantly won by Murphy, Billy, and Bruno just played it to Isak, and Isak said, thank you very much. And the keeper got a hand on it, but couldn't keep it out.
Well, Reguilon got caught with the ball from Murphy there. Great assist there from Bruno and a great finish from Isak. God, they're so poor at the back. We could get
dear me, there's a hatful here for us if we want it. Anoy, thank you for another super chat. Fuck me, he says, another £5 for Isak. Jock Bar, member for 15 months in. Granny's gone all sexual on Grandad. Get in there. Well, she's celebrating the end of the season, buddy. Jimmy Bar, thank you for your super chat. Granny's coming to Australia. Get in. She bloody is. Newcastle are 3-0 up if you've just joined us right here on Matchday Live on the Toon Review. Please do subscribe if you are new as we try and build towards 30,000. But what an afternoon so far, Billy.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. The attacking intent we've shown with Joe Litton in the side, it's what we should have Wednesday night, let's be honest.
Well, yeah. It is indeed as Burn clears midway up the field. And, Brentford had that goal disallowed, which was rightly so because Tony was miles offside when the move started. He didn't come back onside at any stage. And we're away again here with Jacob Murphy, who's having an absolute stunning game so far. He plays it in. Oh, and as soon as I say that, he gives one of the worst passes I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Good God, that's a commentator's curse. I don't know what is. That's a rugby tackle there by Fabian Scher, and it's a free kick to Brentford, who must be sick of their lives right now. Coming up to 5 minutes to half-time, Billy, and it's just... Well, I mean, it's one-way traffic here.
It is. Arsenal 0, Everton 1 as well. The game with the goal there. So, yeah, this is a perfect afternoon. We went out a Brighton goal and a couple of Bournemouth ones, and we're laughing.
Yeah, we are. Ball played forward, looking for Mbuemo. There's Dan Burn again. Barnes with a little touch off to Joe Linton. Back to Harvey Barnes. Lewis Hall was on his bike there. Burn just goes back to Nick Pope. Pope to Scher. He's been closed down very quickly. Scher does well to get a left foot ball. Just sort of chips it across to Emil Kraft, who brings it forward now. 59% possession for Newcastle in this first half. Longstaff back to Bruno. Inside to Joe Linton. Back out wide again for Longstaff. In fact, it's Kraft. Inside now to Bruno. Joe Linton. Little 1-2 going on there. I mean, this is comfortable beyond belief right now. A lovely ball to Isak. Barnes has made a good run. Isak tries to skip past, wins the ball back, and that's a late tackle on Sean, is it? No, the referee plays on. Burn trying to take great defender, Dan Burn. Look at that. Brilliant. Great stuff. Won it twice then. Sets Lewis Hall away, who's on his little legs again. Belting forward. He's taken out. It's free kick, Newcastle. That's got to be a yellow card on Norgard.
Has to be. He's trying to make out he dived. What an absolute...
I mean, that is not a dive. I mean, he's taken out there, shoulder charge down. If ever you're going to see one, I'm not sure whether he's booked Norgard or not. I didn't see the referee get his notebook out, Billy, so I'm not sure.
I'm not sure neither.
I mean, they don't carry notebooks anymore, obviously. It's just just right on the card. Ian Fleming, thank you for your super chat. That's more like it, he says. Absolutely it is.
Liverpool have got second against Wolves. Jarrell Quansah.
Who cares about the Klopp loving? Honestly, I mean, it's incredible. The amount of stuff I've seen, just... Oh, dear God.
To be fair, he will be a miss the Premier League, though.
It'd be a miss to you and your impersonations, Billy. As Lewis Hall floats in the free kick just towards the back post now with Bruno. Sorry, that's Joe Linton. Plays it back to Emil Kraft as the wheel of death approaches me again, Billy.
Me too, yeah. I think we're getting a ball at the same time here.
Yeah, I'm going to have to refresh this one. Hopefully it'll refresh quite quickly this time. And it does. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I think they've sorted themselves out now as Murphy now finds himself on the left-hand side. Clips it back to Harvey Barnes. Murphy's everywhere this first half. Plays it all the way back to Longstaff. Longstaff head up, gives it across to Bruno. Bruno now about 40 yards out, clips another ball similar to Harvey Barnes' header, but this time there's nobody there for Newcastle. And the goalkeeper, Flecken, collects it.
Flecken.
Well, that's what he'll be saying, definitely. Flecken.
Like a Tourette's version of Muttley.
Absolutely. I think there'll be more than that said in the dressing room at halftime in the Brentford room because they have been dispatched at the moment as Palace have gone 2-0 up against Villa. So Villa's celebration of finishing in the top four is not going well.
I think Arsenal have equalised against Everton as well, but I don't know who scored it yet.
Okay. Oh, that was a late one from Bruno. And he's, Bruno and Joe Linton are certainly putting themselves about the first half. There's no doubt about that. I have a feeling he will go back and book Bruno for that.
Yeah.
RIN, thank you for your super chat. Hall is becoming the future in front of our eyes. Oh, absolutely.
Tomiyasu's the goal for Arsenal.
Tomiyasu. As now Dan Burn brings it forward for Newcastle. Looks for help. Kind of lost track of the ball.
Well played.
Through with Joe Linton. And Dan Burn now bursting forward like a steam locomotive. Lays it off to Bruno now. Bruno can go wide. He's taken very late there. And that is going to be a book. And that's nasty from Ivan Toney. And he gets a word in his ear from Sean Longstaff and Isak. And now Fabian Schär comes in and has a serious word. That was a nasty one from Toney, Billy Bob.
Well, I think there's a bit of revenge in that one, but this could be more than a yellow for me. Oh, he's got no intention of playing the ball there. He
hasn't. He just slid in and took his leg away. I don't think it's a red because his studs were down, but that's a nasty one. Kicks him on the back of the leg. And that is, by the way, Man City 2, West Ham 1 now at the Etihad.
And Fulham have taken the lead at Kenilworth Road.
Well, I'll tell you something, Billy. I mean, we know Ivan Toney's got a bit of a nasty streak in him. There was no need to make that tackle at all. And VAR apparently are looking at this. I don't think it's not going to be a red, Bill. I'll be really surprised if they overturn this to a red.
Well, it's
nasty, but
it's the intent.
Yeah, the intent's there, no doubt about it. But I think Eddie's asking the question there at the fourth official. W him, thank you very much for your super chat. No comment there, but thank you very much. And Dr. House has gifted a Toon Review membership as well. As Bruno comes across and makes his peace with Ivan Toney. That's very sporting of Bruno because I would have gone and knocked the guy out. But that wouldn't have done any good at all, Billy. And we don't promote violence on the Toon Review YouTube channel, of course.
Kudos to West Ham, by the way.
Yes, indeed. It's not all over yet as we got 5 minutes of additional time at the end of the first half. That'll make Brentford even happier. As Newcastle now get on with it. And it's Jacob Murphy inside now to Joe Linton. Inside to Bruno. Oh, that ball was on there. Longstaff had made a great run into the box, but good awareness from the Brentford defender. as a careless ball there from, I believe that was Lewis Hall, but Brentford have the ball back now. They'll look to try and get one, but Lewis Hall says, no, I'll intercept that. Thank you very much. Lays it to Joe Linton. Sticks that big ass out like an oil tanker. Plays it through again for Isak. Isak's got Murphy again. Isak wants it himself. Good save down to his right. He should have done better. Yeah. I think he should have done a lot better there because he brilliantly made the space for the shot.
He did.
And when he did come to hitting the shot, Billy had the whole goal to aim for. And Feckin got down to his right-hand side.
Straight at him, wasn't he? He had both goals to aim for. And I think he could have shot a little bit before that as well.
Well, he had choices there because he could have laid it off to Murphy again, but you're not going to in that situation when you're the striker. No way in hell was he laying that off. And it remains 3-0 to Newcastle United.
Joe Linton's been outstanding this first.
Oh, he's been superb. Here he is again. He's lost the ball. We need to stop doing that, Billy, because the commentators curse it. There he is again, Nick Pope, right out of his box and just kills the situation. How good is it to see that again? I mean, he's just... Joe Linton is... I don't think he's feeling very well, Billy. He's on his hunkers again here. He's feeling it.
It's hot, isn't it? I guess he's Brazilian. He should be used to it, but he hasn't played 45 minutes for a long time. He's team after half time.
Billy, are your neighbours drilling again?
Yes.
I thought as much. Anyway, here's Isak again, who's looked very alert in this first half. Murphy tries to play it through, wins it back brilliantly. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. Throw into Brentford. But again, tenacious from Murphy's been superb first half, Billy. But Isak, I mean, we were saying earlier on in the half that he looks a bit, he's coughing his own guts up, but then he's just come to life.
He's on there.
He's on side there, yeah. Brilliant ball from Joe Linton again. And I've got the...
Yes, I think we both have. We get them simultaneously now.
Yeah, we are. It needs a reboot every now and again, but we're all right. We're underway again. No problem. It looks like the lights have come on suddenly at Brentford, though. It's a lot brighter this time. Long ball swung out to the left-hand side, and an opportunity for Brighton here if they can get it back across. It's whipped across, and just too high. I mean, Tony jumped. Sorry, it was Mbuemo. Who is that?
Is it Wissa?
No, it is Wissa. Yeah, he tried to head the ball there, and it was, no chance. So a couple of minutes left of the first half. I mean, it was too high for him. He couldn't get over the top of the ball.
No, it was a free header there, which is concerning for me. But yeah, luckily it was him, and he's not the tallest of players, is he, Wissa?
No. Over 3,000 watching. Thank you very much for your company on Matchday Live this afternoon. Please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner if you're new, as we desperately want to try and finish as high to 30,000 as we can in this final game of the Premier League season. Country Bob has gifted a Toon Review membership as well. Thank you very much, Country Bob. As it's, at the moment, Brentford trying to play the way out of defence again. And there is Lewis Hall just to slow them down. And Bruno intercepts. Lovely little bit of play. Hall now to Barnes. Barnes inside now to Bruno. Bruno decides to go right for Emil. What a ball that is for Emil Kraft. Right onto his foot.
Put him in.
Brilliant. Oh, he could have played Murphy in, but he cuts inside. Lays it back to Bruno again. Sorry, this is Lewis Hall. He's all over the place, Lewis Hall. Lovely ball out to Harvey Barnes. Barnes now on the left-hand side in the box. Plays it back to Joe Linton, who's kind of laboured the last couple of minutes in this first half. But here's Bruno again. Option still to his left. Tried the more difficult ball. And now Brentford could get away here. Joe Linton comes back but can't get a hold of Mbuemo. And Lewis Hall is now back to help out and takes the ball off him.
Outstanding.
Brilliant defending again from Lewis Hall. Here's Harvey Barnes spinning away. He's pulled back. How a referee? How is that not a yellow card?
What should be? I don't know if Bruno actually did get booked in the end, did he?
I don't think he did. I certainly didn't. We didn't see any confirmation of a booking for Bruno anyway.
No. I think you forgot about it.
But there's only a few seconds left of this first half now. A lot of players heavy breathing. I think they're quite happy to see this halftime whistle come.
He did get booked, Jensen.
But again, sorry?
He did get booked.
Oh, he did get booked there, yeah. Okay. Let's add another yellow card. But I think Nick Pope will kick this ball here and we'll blow for half-time. And that's exactly what he's done. And an absolute comprehensive first half for Newcastle United, ladies and gentlemen. They lead at the G-Tech Community Stadium. I mean, that sounds like a Sunday League stadium, doesn't it, really? But it is Brentford 0, Newcastle United 3, Billy, and just serious overdrive for the Toon.
Yeah, I mean, we attacked with great gusto. The midfield have turned up for a change. I mean, Longstaff doesn't look like a passenger, although he's been overshadowed by the two Brazilians next to him. Joe Linton's been absolutely unbelievable first half, as has Bruno, as has Murphy. Isak looks sharp, Barnes looks sharp, attacking-wise it looks great. Lewis Hall's, again, been fantastic at the back. We're looking good, and 3-0 doesn't flatter us, I don't think at all. I think we deserve 3-0 and could be more.
Yeah, could be. Right, just to bring you up to date with all the Premier League scores so far today, we've got Arsenal 1, Everton 1, of course, Brentford 0, Newcastle 3, Brighton 0, Manchester United 0, Burnley 0, Forest 2, Chelsea 1, Bournemouth 0, Crystal Palace 2, Villa 0, Liverpool 2, Wolves 0, Luton 1, Fulham 2, Manchester City 2, West Ham 1, and Sheffield United 0, Tottenham 1. Those are your half times. So really, it's all as you were at the minute, Billy, with between us and Chelsea. Brandon Watson, thank you for his super chat. He says, lads, stadium emptying mags, like I said. Sam A, thank you for yours. Super chat. Joe Linton is the boss. I mean, he's outstanding that first half, Billy.
Yeah, he was feeling it at the end. We're probably only going to get 10, 15 minutes from second half, but
yeah.
This is what we should have had Wednesday night. Again.
Well, exactly. This was the whole point we were making. It wasn't about taking him off. Should he be knackered? But he's been a force. Alex, a very, very pleasant first half.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, this is what happens when you get your technical players on the pitch and some of your physicality returns to the side. This is what we've been missing for most of the season. The Premier League are very lucky that we've not had these kinds of players available because this is what we can do. And Bomo's been fantastic for them on the right wing. You can see why I want to sign him. However, we've been great. Lewis Hall has grown into the game. He's actually sort of started to read Mbeumo a lot more and match his runs, that late recovery run towards the end, link-up play, the technical ability of the lads. Barnes has grown into the game as well. The fact that him and Isak are swapping, a bit more flexibility, a bit more space, playing with confidence. Joe Linton, sort of the linchpin in midfield, able to do those powerful recovery runs to help us retain possession. Exactly what we've been missing, and Nick Pope's been fantastic as well with a great save early doors.
Indeed. Just one for you from Makir, Alex. Barnes scoring. Meanwhile, St. Maximan is injured again in Saudi. Let's never compare the two ever again. Well,
we still need Barnes to do it when the chips are down. But when we're playing well with the right players, you can see he's a goal threat. He knows where the goal is, which is what we need.
To be fair to him, it was the first goal, though, wasn't it? I mean, we did need a goal at that point, and
it was good movement. It was very clever movement. Again, like I said, him and Isak have kind of been rotating a bit. Isak's gone out wide. Again, I think using Isak in this way suits him more. I wish we'd have seen this more all season. Going out right, going out left. We could have had more goals than the 3. We could be on sort of 5-ish with some of the chances we've had.
Yeah, well, Shane out there in Australia, thank you for another super chat. He says, Isak in the mood, name me a better sight. Kush de la Kush, thank you for yours. Mental having a keeper that commands his box.
That first shot, right? I'd already turned my head away, thinking it was going in, and then Pope saved it, and I thought, oh my god, we've got a goalkeeper who can save shots. I'd already conceded to the fact that it had gone in, and you
get used to balls going in and there as on target, and
It's strange, isn't it? Because there's a few times that the balls come over the top in that first half, and Nick Pope's been there, and it just, as soon as he's there, it takes the sting out of the attack because the Pope's there, and he just lets the ball roll with him into the penalty box and picks it up. There's no pressure on anybody. There's no pressure on the defenders. They turn around to see the goalkeeper there. Everything's good in the world. Luke Bratch, thank you very much for your super chat. He says, I questioned Eddie's decision to keep Hall out most of the season, but his defensive ability has been amazing. Did Eddie actually handle things well?
Looks like it was a master
decision,
doesn't it?
Yeah, we can't exactly say anything. I mean, we don't know how good Lewis. We won't know. All we can say is we've had to trust Eddie's judgment on this. And to be fair, Lewis Hall did come out and say he understands and he had to work at different things, and that's what he's done. And boy, oh God, is it paying off, because he just looks incredible. I mean, this is the Lewis Hall that we made comments on during commentaries last season, Billy. Absolutely brilliant to watch. Really is brilliant to watch.
It's just a mature 18, 19-year-old, however old he is. So mature, he reads the game so well. And you don't usually get that at that kind of young age, but he does. The amount of times he intercepts balls rather than wins them through tackles.
Oh, absolutely.
It's allowing Dan Burn to play a better game as well, because he's got somebody who can go and clean up fast-paced messes for him. And Dan Burn has actually joined the attack on occasion, gone for a couple of walks, because we've had such good shape. We've got the ability to deal with the counter-attack unless Mbeumo kind of gets free. But on the whole, it's been really, really solid from all of them. And Jacob Murphy, by the way, with his 10th goal contribution of the season. For anybody doubting Jacob, I mean, I think he's proved himself more than capable as a squad player for next year, at least.
Yeah,
10 goal contributions from a backup. Fantastic.
Keith Truscott, thank you for the super chat. How refreshing having Pope back. Nice to see a keeper that comes out to collect the ball. There's a lot of nice comments about Nick Pope coming in. Please do subscribe as usual, guys. Bottom right-hand corner if you're new to the channel. Almost at 29,500 now, 51 away from 29.5 on our bid to hit 30,000. So please keep subscribing if you're new and you like what you see, guys. Newcastle United channel, but we're also a football channel. Lots of great stuff coming up in the summer with the Euros, transfer shows, all sorts. We will still be with you all the way through. Not sure what that's about. I cannot see Man United beating Man City in the FA Cup. So I think we are safe for Europe.
You never know. They were lucky
never
side.
Say never with Manchester United.
They just had really lucky side. They were lucky against us. They've been lucky all season. Yeah. They were lucky against Coventry. Let's be honest about it.
Well, let's be fair. I don't think Man United should be in the final. I think it should be Coventry, but that's a different kettle of fish. Water under the bridge. Nigel says, great first half, but where was this team the last two games? Oh, yeah, his misplaced loyalty to Dubes and not starting Big Joe. His loyalty has cost us points this season. I'm afraid.
I mean, disagree with it, to be fair.
No, KK Cheer, thank you for your super chat. Hall for England. Look, I think he's a nailed-on left back for England. Maybe he's not yet, but
who is that?
There is. I mean, Chilwell is there?
I think they're both injured at the moment. So
yeah.
Oh. And may I just mention as well? I think it's only the second assist for Isak this season, albeit he's got 21 goals. But I think if we play him with a bit more flexibility, especially if we can get Gordon and Barnes really, really into sort of flexible movement up top, Isak can give us a lot more in the assist department as well. I think he's good for it.
Interesting.
Bruno with 2 assists, by the way, as well. Fantastic.
My Smeagol, thank you for your super chat. Really happy if we get conference on Saturday. Well, it's looking possible. We've got another 5 gifted Toon Review memberships, this time from Keith Truscott. Thank you, Keith. Thank you to everybody that has put in over the season gifting memberships. I mean, it's been phenomenal. Yes. You guys are absolute legends. Thank you so much. Love this channel, says Ange. Thank you, Ange. Dubes lost everything when he lost the first place and got loaned out. We need a new keeper in the summer. That is a higher level that Pope can compete with. Canny weekend for the Murphy brothers. Just a bit. By the way, the goal that Murphy scored was Newcastle's 100th in all competitions this season. 100 goals.
Outstanding.
I mean, that's jolly tremendous, isn't it? Really? I mean,
considering the injuries.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've still got 7 out today, so
that's incredible. Jan, thank you for your super chat. Murphinho should get one more season in my book. I think he will. I don't think he'll go anywhere. Samsonite Dove, thank you for gifting 5 Toon Review memberships as well. Please, guys, if you are recipients of these memberships, then please do say thank you to them in the comments. Fozman has also gifted a membership as well. Thank you, Fozman. And hopefully, anyone that gets the free memberships will continue to be a member as time goes on and keep supporting the channel that way, because that is one of the main points of it's probably the best way to support the channel, in all honesty, paying the monthly fee for membership. I'm going to do some giveaways for members next week as well. I've got loads of books to give away, some very interesting ones as well. I didn't want to do it before Alex went on holiday because he would probably try and badger me to take them all for his boring book read while he was away. I've really enjoyed my time on here. I've learned a lot, and I enjoy being a Newcastle fan. Life is never dull, says Paul Mason. Well, never dull is an understatement when it comes to Newcastle United. My wife hated football, but is now loving it. Going to sign her up for TTR. Can you give her a shout? Is that Diane or Dion? I think it's Diane.
Diane,
yeah. Probably.
Diane. Well, there you go. Diane, thank you very much. And welcome to the Toon Review. God help you, but welcome to the Toon Review. It's always nice at halftime when your daughter brings in a Starbucks bag for you, isn't it? It's
fantastic.
Absolutely. Another gifted another gifted Niall. Another gifted Toon Review membership from Niall Powell. Thank you, Niall. Big member of the channel, of course, is Niall. So thank you very much, buddy. And another 5 from Anthony Stafford as well. Thank you, Anthony. That is incredible. I mean, wow. Holy moly. Joe Linton and Pope were not 100% fit last game. Then it is a risk playing them.
Well, it's 4 days.
It's 4 days.
Do you want an update on the Chelsea Bournemouth game, by the way?
Well, if you must, Alex. Yeah.
Well, Chelsea are 1-0 up, but it was from a halfway line sort of lob from Caicedo. A bit of a strange goal. All things considered, Bournemouth are ahead on XG 0.71. Chelsea a little bit fortunate to be leading. Bournemouth with the lion's share of the shots as well, with 10 shots to 8. It looks like a pretty 50-50 game, to be honest. Chelsea have had more of the ball. Again, I'm not watching it, but they're still in this. But again, a draw is more likely than a win for Bournemouth at this point. They are 1-0 behind. Yeah. So it looks like 7th is probably what we're going to go for now. But still important.
Right. Paul Toon Under has gifted 10 Toon Review memberships. Unbelievable. And John Adams has also gifted another 5. Thank you so much, guys. Absolute legends. Unbelievable. That is quite astonishing. You guys make the game worth listening to. Love the channel. Thank you so much. Dan Robinson, thank you for your super chat. Let's pray for Bournemouth and Brighton to score. Well, that would be very, very nice.
Well, it doesn't even matter about Brighton as much, is it? I mean, Man United can't do better than us if we keep winning, but the Bournemouth one is key.
Yeah, absolutely. Peter Garthwaite, thank you for your super chat. If Man United win today, can we get Europe? Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, we've got to wait and see what happens in the FA Cup final, but yeah, kind of.
Indeed. Dr. House, thank you very much for your super chat. He says, love the channel as always, lads. Let's get to 30K. Thank you so much. Craig Nesbitt, thank you for yours. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you. Jeffrey Brunt, thank you for yours. No comment there, but thank you very much for your super chat. Paul Condren, thank you for a super chat. He says, thanks for your coverage this season, boys. Always a good listen. See you in August. Hey, never mind August. We here all through the summer. We're back on Wednesday for the friendly. I believe that's on the Newcastle channel, Billy. So somebody put that in the chat earlier on. So I believe we'll have a match day live. So that will be round about 11 o'clock. We'll have to do our time difference stuff on there. And Robert Bangs, thank you very much for your new membership. He does bang, Billy. Let's move on. And Jock Adam, thank you for your super chat. Girlfriend converted from Manchester United to a Newcastle fan today.
Good stuff.
Excellent stuff. You always love it when Man United supporters jump ship and come to a proper place to support a proper football club. That's what it's all about. Apparently it's 10 a.m. kickoff. So
no, we'll be all right.
A couple of things I want your opinion on, because I didn't really see what you guys said about it. The Tony tackle on Bruno. Orange card? Red card?
Well, Billy thinks it should have been a red. I'm not so sure. I think it was a shocking tackle. It was very much a deliberate tackle. But I think if his studs were up and had clawed the back of his Achilles, then yes, red card. But I think he was lucky because his studs were out the way.
The camera did pan to Eddie Howe, and I could see him say madness. Lip reading, he said madness.
He wasn't
it is madness. There was no attempt to play the ball at all. It was malicious. It was nasty. I mean, he's a nasty piece of work. You can see when he plays like that sometimes.
And it was a revenge tackle for what Bruno did about maybe 2 minutes before that the referee completely forgot about afterwards. Luckily enough.
Well, the players are back out, guys. So Alex, we'll see you at full time, buddy.
You shall indeed.
Thank you. Daniel Zimmerman, thank you very much for your super chat. Happy end of the season, lads. It's been a ride. And Kieran, thank you for yours. The best channel and community. Keep up the good work. Keep up the tremendous work, says Kieran. Thank you very much. Brentford are going to get us underway. We've got another super chat from Jorgen. Good work, guys. And Sam, silly season inbound. Indeed. As the second half begins, we got another super chat from the Magpie Gamer. Nice to finish above Man United. Can't wait for next season. We will be much better. Greetings from the Philippines. Thomas Ridley, welcome to New Members Club as well. Thank you very much for signing up. You are very welcome, my friend, on the channel. And Billy, just a time check because we got a little spinny wheel there. 45-23.
Oh, I'm just about 2 seconds ahead.
Interested. Well, I just refreshed there.
I'll refresh again.
Okay.
45-33.
Yeah, you're just slightly behind me now, which is probably better for the core commentary. Sorry if I've gone a bit blurry on YouTube, guys. The internet again. I will say no more about it. It's just absolute garbage where I live. And we will be doing something about that in the very, very near couple of months. But still over 3,000 watching, guys. Thank you for your amazing support again on Matchday Live. Please do subscribe if you're new. We are close to 29,500. Hopefully we'll get over that today. And then, of course, towards the mighty 30,000, which will be incredible. Bullet, thank you for your super chat. They know how to keep you on your toes. Typical Toon. Absolutely. We always call it a roller coaster ride, Billy, and that's exactly what it is. It's incredible, isn't it?
Never boring, never dull.
Oh, God, no. That's one thing you can't say about Newcastle. But Brentford do have a corner here. Oh, get lost. Spinny wheel.
Yeah,
lovely. A corner comes in, it's headed away. And good work that by, very powerful header. I believe Lewis Hall. He's gone back in a position again, but that was superb from Lewis Hall.
Oh, Pope came in and stopped again there.
He did, and it's just wide. And Visser will be disappointed with that because I think Pope's kicking the back of his studs. I think he just slipped there. It wasn't anything that he made a mistake. He just lost his footing.
I'm not sure. I think he comes and stops. Oh, yeah, he went back. And then he slips at the end.
Yeah, and then he slips. Yeah.
It's Dubravka-esque, that, I've got to say.
Yes, let's not do that, Mr. Pope. Let's be coming out confident and...
It's on birthmark, isn't it?
I've never noticed that on Nick Pope before.
No, me. I didn't know he had a Gorbachev.
But then he is very shaven at the back at the moment.
Chelsea scored a second. Raheem Sterling.
Bull rot. Well, look, we just have to hope that Man City just play well enough next week. As Brentford in the box. Chance, goal! Brentford back in it. I think you're a couple of seconds ahead of me, Billy.
I am, yeah.
And I don't know who has scored that, but I've got
Vitaly Janelt.
I've got the wheel again. This is not a good start to the second half with all this skipping here, but Brentford are back in it. Janelt has scored. It's 3-1, and not the greatest of defending that, Billy, I have to say. I mean, again, Emil Kraft playing everybody miles on side. What is it with right backs playing everybody on side?
Yeah, it's the midfield not tracking back, though. That's the more the point.
No chance for Nick Pope, by the way. I mean, it's literally, 8 yards out and very well placed by Janelt. Jimmy Barr, thank you for his super chat. He says, hit subscribe. If you haven't, guys, this team deserves 30k and onwards to much more. Love the content as always. Patreon is mint too. Thank you very much, Jimmy. Much kindness. Well, that set us up, Billy. That'll give Brentford a little bit of confidence. I mean, we destroyed them in the first half, but then, as usual, we've given them a little bit of hope again.
We haven't come out at all, have we? Second half, we've not started at all. Slack defensively. We haven't had the ball this second half.
Pulled one back as well at Stamford Bridge.
Good news.
Indeed. Here's Isak for Newcastle. Kraft in support. He knocks it back to Fabian Schär. Turns, clips it forward, looking for somebody's run. I think he was looking for Murphy. Murphy not on the same wavelength, and it's back with Flecken. Newcastle just need to wake up a little bit here. They haven't come out at all yet from the dressing room.
I mean, Sterling's goal is the biggest fluke you're ever going to see.
Well, it's typical, isn't it? It's just typical.
Jesus Christ.
And Brentford have it now just on the halfway line. Move forward now with Zorro or whatever the friggin' hell his name is.
Zanko.
That's him, Billy, yes. Good defending that.
We haven't started second half.
No, we haven't. Barnes has lost it there in a dangerous position. And into the box come Brentford again. And have an opportunity. Tony goes down looking for a penalty. And I think he's going to be... Sorry, it's Visser. And I think he's booked for diving. Fabian Schär's laughing at him because it looked a dive, I have to say, as I get the wheel. But it looked a dive, Bill, you have to say.
I'm going to see from this angle here now.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Nobody near him.
That's a shocking dive.
Yeah.
And Lewis Hall realises that straight away, that he's played for a penalty there. That's a terrible dive. Shame on you. Lewis Hall doesn't even stick his foot out. And, deservedly booked. That's cheating of the highest order. That we don't want to see that, and
that is shocking.
We don't want to see that from any team, to be honest. We said that when Newcastle dive as well. So terrible.
That's worse than the other ones last week. Ooh.
And again, look at Isak. I tell you what, he's looked more. His acceleration from nothing to 100 mile an hour has been much better today. And now Joe Linton has it back in the midfield. Plenty space for him to bring the ball forward for Newcastle. Looking for somebody to make that run. Goes to his right to Longstaff. Longstaff onto Murphy. Again, Joe Linton taken out late off the play.
He was,
Murphy had Kraft there. Didn't use him. Bruno now. He will go to Emil Kraft. Kraft with an opportunity to whip the ball in here. And he does that, but it's an awful cross. And out for the far side for a throw into Brentford. Yeah, not Emil Kraft's finest moment there. Yeah, not the best. Not the best.
Enes Unal for Bournemouth with their goal back.
Well done, Enes. Let's move on quickly from that. As Dan Burn sends the ball to the Shard. An almighty clearance. And I'm not happy with this wheel of death.
No, I think we're getting them all at the same time, though.
Yeah, I think it's just because it's obviously very busy. But Dan Burn complaining about something here. Something went on here. The Brentford players crowding around the referee. Dan Burn is going to be booked. So he obviously committed a foul there while we were refreshing the stream, Billy. Let's have another look at this. Oh, I mean, it's Visser again. My God, he's dived again. That's hardly a pullback that's going to floor him like that. That's ridiculous. Lady Sam is in the chat. She's been a member as well for 3 months, guys. Sorry I can't join the team today. Let's do this. How are the lads? Indeed, how are the lads? But that was a shocking... I mean, that kind of touch, Billy, does not send you to the floor backwards that powerfully.
Well, it's a dive. Simple as that. It's a dive. It should be off the pitch.
Yeah, rank bad from Visser again. But this time the referee has fallen for it, and Brentford have a free kick here. Remember, they're back in the game. They scored just after half-time. It is 3-1 now, and this could be dangerous. We need to be very, very much concentrating and not let them back in the game. In comes the cross, headed away well by Isak. And Brentford have the ball back, trying to build again on the right-hand side. I mean, this is where we just need to be a little bit careful of these crosses coming in. It's a grass cutter. Isak's there, but it's a terrible touch from Isak. And we've got problems here. Oh, I tell you what. And he's fell over. And it's out for a goal kick. And I don't think that was his finest moment, Billy. I don't know what he was trying to do there. Skipped away from Dan Burn and then sort of turned and lost his footing. Let's have another look. Yeah.
He's got to keep it in, isn't he? He's...
Yeah. Oh, dear. Wow.
Matthias Jensen's better than that.
Well, he is better than that, but that'll do us very nicely. Thank you very much. Pope launches it long, looking for Isak. Isak nowhere near that one. Tony tries to touch it on. Hall, good bit of defending. Just got his toe on it too. Dan Burn, nice touch from, beautiful touch from Harvey Barnes. Sets Joe Linton away. Joe Linton plays it through for Isak. Isak in the box. Great tackle. Great tackle, and I think that was Pinnock this time, or it could be... It is Pinnock. Yeah, brilliant tackle. Jack Adam, welcome to Members Club. Thank you very much for signing up. Welcome to the family, my friend. But again, that through ball to Isak, he's looked so alert for those today. And just a really perfectly timed tackle by Pinnock. Bruno floats one over the top towards Murphy. Good defending, but Murphy anticipated the header, and we win a throw-in again, deep in the Brentford half. And Kraft will take this. Quick 1-2, Jacob Murphy. Murphy running sideways, tries to backheel it to Bruno, but that wasn't really what was necessary there. Headed on by Fabian Schär. Bruno turns, pulled back, free kick. I mean, that's got to be a yellow. If you're booking people for pulling people back like that, Norgard has just pulled him back, and he gets away with a yellow card.
I think he may have already been booked. I think that's why I haven't.
Well, exactly, but it's a yellow card's a yellow card, surely.
I agree, yeah.
Palace are 3-0 up now, by the way. Villa have gone on holiday. They know they're in the Champions League. They don't care anymore. Emil Kraft does a little bit of a hokey-cokey around the football, but manages to get it back. Here's Bruno into Longstaff. Longstaff.
Back then?
I mean, there was no pass on to Bruno there because there was a Brentford player standing in front of him. Bruno's gone careering after the ball, though, towards Freckenlecken, and he's managed to get it out. Good work again by Fabian Schär, but he's penalised. I mean, what's a defender supposed to do?
This ref's an absolute dog shit.
I mean, what's Schär supposed to do there, Billy? Just turn and let him go?
That's nonsense.
Garbage again. Dear me.
But that was offside.
Well, that looked very suspiciously offside. It's Visser again, and he takes a shot. He should have gone wide there. I think it was it Jensen there? That's a foul, referee. And indeed it is. Bruno taken out this time. It's Norgard again, by the way.
I think he's been booked, and he's moaning about it.
I mean, it takes him out. I mean, it's oh, dear. Dear, oh dear.
I just wish the referees would give our players protection. And we're missing Anthony Gordon because referees didn't give our players protection. And Bruno, again, getting kicked from pillar to post here.
Yeah, he is. He is. And here's Bruno on the ball. Guys, we are, what's that, 33 away from 29,500, guys. 33 away from 29,500. Terrible from Longstaff again, that, by the way. I don't know who the hell he was trying to pass to there. And now Brentford are coming at us again.
Yeah, I think Longstaff needs to come off, if I'm perfectly honest.
Yeah, he's had a very, very poor second half. I mean, he was fine first half, but he's given the ball away at least 4 times in the second, in a very short space of time as well. We've only had 12 minutes of this second half. But Brentford definitely feeling like they can get back into this. They're certainly having the better of the second half right now.
One more goal, it's squeaky bum time, isn't it?
Well, it's always squeaky bum time with Newcastle, Billy. I think we've become accustomed to that. But Brentford at the moment trying to play in a sort of triangle on the far side, clipped it in towards Norgard. Bruno Jolinton will see that out, and it's a goal kick. Good defending by the big man there.
Yeah, we're talking about Longstaff being substituted, but of course we know that Jolinton probably isn't going to last the 90 minutes. So yeah, Longstaff may actually have to stay on the pitch.
Indeed. Brentford look like they're going to make a change very soon. And it's Jolinton now, Bruno just outside the area, and he's brought down, and referee says a foul. And again, I mean, this time it's Jensen. I mean, these guys are just how many times has Bruno been? I mean, dear God, it's just ridiculous. And so is the spinny wheel of doom, but it's quickly disappeared there, so I'll leave it. I'm on 58-18, Billy.
Yeah, pretty much the same.
Okay. As Brentford now have the ball back in their own half, into the middle of the park to Jensen again. He looks to chip one over towards to the left-hand side. It was Tony that had made the run, but Newcastle get it back now through Jolinton. Jolinton brings it out, still going. He's got good support on the left-hand side. Uses Lewis Hall now. Lewis Hall almost to the byline, crosses it in low. It's cleared away, but straight back to Lewis Hall. Awful clearance. Hall might try and get back to the byline. He's got Jolinton in support, but he skips away, almost getting the ball. And he has got the ball back to Barnes. Barnes goes through, taken out, free kick right on the edge of the box.
Oh, aye. Spurred it up at Sheffield, Pedro Pony.
Oh, dear.
This one's probably a bit close to goal, I would say.
Oh, yeah, I'm sick of this spinny wheel, Billy, but here we go on. Oh, it is a free kick right on the edge of the box, to be fair.
Great bit of skill from Barnes.
Yeah, absolutely. Is that Norgard again? It is Norgard again. I mean, how many times?
Oh,
absolutely incredible.
Kieran Trippier range, this one, isn't it?
Well, it is, but he's sitting on the bench, Billy, so he can't take this. I mean, Lewis Hall could curl it in far side. Harvey Barnes could take this. Bruno himself could take it.
Yeah, I think Harvey Barnes, Isak's there as well.
Isak and Cher, of course.
Yeah, they're both there. Cher was always there, isn't he?
Well,
let Dan Burn take it, sod it.
Well, no, I'm just thinking, Billy, because of the distance here, it might be Fabian Cher just to blast it, yeah. Because we know from this sort of distance edge of the box, to get it up and down is very difficult.
Well, they've got the draft excluder down, haven't they? So
yeah, I mean, that could hurt. I mean, can you imagine a Fabian Cher thunderbolt going straight under your ass cheek like that?
Especially if you've got a bit of the old
you'd be sitting on a rubber ring for a month, Billy.
You've got tricks of the old Clement Floyd. He'd be in. Here we goes.
It is Barnes. It was Cher, and it's cleared, and somehow Isak has put it wide. I don't know whether the offside flag's gone up, but if it hasn't, that's a huge miss from Isak.
Yeah, he should have scored. There's no flag. It won't be a flag. He's not offside. Nowhere near.
Oh, no, he's not. That's an awful miss from Isak. And was he losing his footing as he went to hit it? I don't know. We'll see again here.
Potentially.
Yeah, sort of. Just his right leg gave way as he tried to hook his left foot around it.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Indeed. 26 away from 29,500, guys. Thank you so much.
Look at Joe.
Linton, brilliant strength, thrown to the floor. Isak now. Play will go on. Joe Linton looks a crucifix position, but play's gone on. Hall is darting down, pulls it across, and Flecken manages to pick it up.
Full cross.
He got between Barnes and, of course, Jacob Murphy there. Not the best ball in from Lewis Hall, but he did make up a lot of ground to get that far in the first place.
City of 3 went up against West Ham with Rodri.
Well, I think the title is going to the Etihad, Billy.
That's as long as the FA Cup does.
Yes. That's all we're bothered about. Anyway, Pinnock has the ball for Brentford as they try and launch another attack to try and get another one back, which would make it a very, very interesting game. Simon Yorkshire, thank you for your super chat. Great commentary. 3 points of what matters now. Yeah, I mean, look, that's exactly right, but we don't want to get the 3 points in squeaky bum fashion when we've done so well in that first half.
Whoa!
Go on, launched in, header, brilliant save, Nick Pope down to his right.
I'm ahead of you again now, I think.
Yes, you are. That was a powerful header by Ivan Toney, but what a save by Pope to his right-hand side. Good, solid palm on it and cleared away for a throw-in. Welcome back, Mr. Pope.
Brilliant save, wasn't it? Yeah, really good reflex save, that.
Yeah. Certainly doesn't look to be bothered at all by the shoulder problem that he was out with for so long, of course. I mean, that was a reflex save if you're ever going to see it. We're going to see it again. Ball in from Mbeumo right onto Ivan Toney's head. That's a great save, that is.
Fabian Cher ball watching, I've got to say. And who's behind Fabian Cher? Is Burn going to be... No, Burn's nowhere in the picture.
No,
Kraft should have come in close then.
Well, maybe, but he did get the ball away, Billy, after the save. He was alert enough to come and clear the ball as I get another spinny wheel.
I am back. I'm again now.
Yeah. I mean, it refreshes fine. It's just a pain in the ass. Brentford, 63 exactly.
I'm a little bit behind.
Okay, that's fine. Brentford making a change.
2 changes.
Yeah. Well, they've got to try something, Billy. I mean, they may as well go all out to try and get back in the game. They'll certainly go more attacking, but that will leave options open for us as well.
Well, Damsgaard's a good play. We know what he's like. We saw him in the Euros, 2020 Euros for Denmark. Hell of a player. But if you can keep it, and Rules left off as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know who's come on.
Damsgaard and Godos, or Gudos, however you want to say it.
4-0
4-0 Palace. Wow.
Mateta hat-trick. I think I'll put him on the dream team this week as well.
Guys, don't ask what we're watching the game on. We're not allowed to say, unfortunately. So sorry about that, but just enjoy the commentary. And we have Lewis Hall down here after coming together with Mbeumo. Just seeing this again. there's not much in that. It's just a tangle there. There's nothing from Mbeumo.
I think he's hurt his leg.
Yeah, he caught the bottom of his ankle, I think, didn't he? I don't think there's nothing in that.
No, he's all right.
And it'll be Lewis Hall to take it to Barnes. Back to Hall. Oh, lovely composure there. And, oh, my goodness me. I mean, that is confidence, just incredible confidence to play that ball back to Nick Pope there. My arse was in my mouth right there, Billy.
Nick Pope, of course. The one thing he doesn't do as good as Dubravka is kick it.
Well, his distribution, yeah. But great play by Joe Linton. Awful defending. Now, sorry, it's Bruno. Bruno comes away with it, tries to play it to Isak. Isak was running a different way to where Bruno played the ball in. He doesn't often get those passes wrong, does Bruno, Billy? But he did on that account. Really, I mean,
Murphy's been quiet second half, hasn't he, as well?
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind.
I think that we've all been. Yeah, they've all been a bit quiet. So whether they're just sort of seeing the game out or game management, if you like, Billy, I don't know. But Emil Kraft to take the throw. Isak flicks it on to nobody. Cleared away again by Brentford, but Dan Burn picks it up and, well, almost gave the ball away. But Joe Linton picks it up and spins away. Joe Linton heading towards goal now. Joe on the edge of the box, plays it left. Harvey Barnes plays it in. Oh, and just couldn't. Murphy, I couldn't get a foot on it. What an opportunity that was. But we win the ball back with the whistles gone. And a yellow card to Emil Kraft.
What's he supposed to do?
Well, I don't know what he did. I mean, deliberate handball?
No, I think he stood there.
Oh, look at Visser again, man. Honestly, look at the build on him. And you'd think, right, a tiny little touch like that, and he feels like he's being hit by a truck. It's Emil Kraft. He's like a snow cone, for God's sake.
Changes coming for Newcastle anyway.
Indeed. Elliot Anderson and Miggy are ready to come on. Of course, it is Eddie o'clock as Brentford come forward again.
Literally is, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Here's Mbeumo. Floated in again. Tony's at the back post, but there is Nick Pope and says, "Thou shalt not. I am the Holy One. Thou shalt not get the ball over the top of me." Ange Mag, thank you for your super chat. Total novice. I started watching footy this season to have something in common with my teenage son. Now I'm hooked on the Toon and this channel. Fantastic, Ange. Thank you very much. We always see you in the chat now, so you're very, very welcome. Here's Bruno for Newcastle. Outside to Lewis Hall. Back to Bruno. Again, Newcastle just revving the motor here. Joe Linton across to Kraft. Kraft can go to Murphy. Murphy now's got Longstaff inside of him. And Kraft outside. Here's Emil Kraft now. The Swedish Cafu inside to Longstaff. Back to Kraft. Kraft flicks one over to Longstaff. Longstaff will get the ball across. It's a grass cutter and kicked away into touch for a Newcastle throw-in.
I think this might be the last bit of action for Joe Linton and Murphy. I think Anderson will come on for Joe Linton.
It's Harvey Barnes. Barnes is coming off.
Barnes,
indeed.
And Murphy's staying on, is he?
I don't know. No, Murphy's coming off as well.
Oh,
so
Joe Linton's staying on. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Well played, Jacob. You've done your job, as has Harvey Barnes today. Well done.
Yeah, 67.5 minutes for both of them.
Yeah,
both got goals. Can't argue with that.
Absolutely not. They've done the job. Exactly what they're set out to do. So I would imagine that Anderson will go left, Miggy right, or Joe Linton could go left, but I believe Anderson can play there. I mean, that was his initial position when he came through to the first team, wasn't it? So
I'm amazed Joe Linton's lasted 67.5 minutes. And,
I know,
and he's not kind of sat in. He's been
he's been everywhere.
Pretty active the whole game, hasn't he?
Yeah, still over 3,000 watching, guys. We're still 26 away from 29,500. Help us get there by subscribing. It is free to do so. Come and be part of this incredible community on here on the Toon Review as we win another throw-in, almost level with the penalty area.
Movement as well from the throw-in, which is something we don't see a lot of.
I know. I'm staggered, Billy. It's rather nice to watch.
What a pass that is.
Here's Bruno for Newcastle United. All the way back now to Big DB. And he swings it right to Fabian Schär. First time pass into Longstaff. Longstaff outside now to Almiron. Almiron cuts on his left, which we don't always say about Miggy.
Oh, well played, though.
And now play it back to Almiron. Now Joe Linton. Oh, I just overhit that. It was a good idea. Good idea to try and flick it out to Anderson. I thought he maybe should have had a shot, but he didn't. He flicked it out wide for Anderson. Just too much pace on it.
Yeah. Had a phenomenal game, though, hasn't he, Joe Linton? Really
he's a monster, man. I mean, he's literally is. He's my favourite player. He was my most hated player not long ago, but things change, Billy Bob. Things change in this world.
They do indeed.
What doesn't change is the spinny wheel of death. But here we go again. Visa now towards the penalty area, just on the outside of the box. Comes on to his right. Hits a wonderful shot. And it's 3-2.
That's a brilliant goal.
What a strike from Visa. And Nick Pope beaten to his left. And suddenly now it's 3-2.
Especially as Man United have taken the lead at Brighton as well.
Oh, the bastards.
Yeah. So
well, it's all heating up for this last 20 minutes of the Premier League season.
It's a brilliant goal from Visa. You've got to give him credit for that.
It's a fabulous hit, that. It's a fabulous hit. Good flick on by Tony. Visa takes it in his stride. Burn, I mean, I think Burn's beaten a bit too easy there, to be honest, but great shot from the edge of the box.
It's an outstanding shot. Where's Cher, though? I mean, where's Fabian Cher? He should be defending. What's he doing, Cher, there?
I don't know. Wow. I mean, now, from a very, very comfortable 3-0 position, Visa has fired in probably his goal of the season. A wonderful strike flew into the far post, and it's 3-2.
Probably shouldn't be on the pitch, Visa, either. Let's be honest. Let's remember that.
Yeah, 2 dives. Yeah, 2 dives. So this game isn't finished yet, guys. As usual, nothing is certain with Newcastle United.
Well, a goal for Brentford kicks us out the European places at the precise moment in time.
Does it?
Yeah, because Man United are winning.
Oh, if Brentford score again?
Yeah.
Yeah. But at the minute, we obviously need to win. Yeah.
There's 20 minutes to go. And
oh, that's nice. Oh, look at that again. And I think that's Norgard again, Billy.
It is Norgard again, yeah.
Anyway, Elliot Anderson has it on the left. Back to Lewis Hall. Inside to Bruno. Bruno taking his time. Goes back to Lewis Hall. In turn to Anderson now. Anderson on the far side. Lays it back to Bruno. Nice bit of play there. Anderson makes the dart and run into the penalty area. Gives Bruno a bit of space here. Bruno looking for options. Picks out Miggy Almiron on the right-hand side. He's got an overlap from Emil Kraft. Kraft now. I mean, the problem is I've got with Miggy is, Billy, it's just, as soon as we put him down the line, he comes back nearly all the time and it kills off the attack.
Yeah, it's killing momentum, isn't it? It really is.
Because they get that, they then get time to come back and defend. Anyway, throw in taken. And did we win a corner? No, it's cleared high to the edge of the box. Good header by Kraft, but bounces kindly for Brentford. And that's good work by Kraft to see the ball out for a throw-in. There's a few tired legs out there, I think, Billy.
Yeah, I agree.
As the Newcastle fans look a little bit anxious now.
We need the goal. We need the goal now.
Yeah. I'm surprised we haven't seen Callum Wilson yet, Billy, to be honest. If he's not fit, then he shouldn't be on the bench. Why put him on the bench if he's not going to use him? I mean, I'll be furious if we bottle this game, Billy. I'll be furious from 3-0 up. That's just not. I mean, good play by Elliot Anderson. He was pulled back a bit there, and the referee did spot that shirt pull. And why aren't we getting a Buchan referee? Who I hope has used the appropriate suntan lotion on that bald head. Otherwise, he's going to be sore. Neil Maupay's coming on for Brentford. They're clearly going for it.
Rats. And Kevin Shardo as well, who's got massive amounts of pace.
He certainly has. I mean, why aren't we responding to this? I mean, I'm sick of saying that. Why are we not responding to it? Because we're never proactive. We may as well just say, why is he not responding to it? Because we're in trouble here. We're looking tired. We're looking a bit lethargic. And Brentford have got 2 goals back. Their tails are up. There's 17 minutes plus injury time left of the season.
We've got to hold on. I think we need the goal, personally.
Yeah, I do as well. I think you're right, Billy. But I think we need to make a couple of changes here because we're looking tired. There's certain players on that pitch dragging the heels now. 16 subs away from 29,500 guys. 16 away. Thank you so much. And a big, big welcome to all our new subscribers right here on the Toon Review. Thank you very much. We will have the game in Australia on Wednesday, of course. We won't actually be there, but we can pretend we're there. We'll wear
corked hats
and stuff.
Oh, brilliant.
Brilliant from Lewis Hall. Powers in the box. That's a penalty kick. It is indeed a brilliant run from Lewis Hall. This will not even be argued by Mbeumo. He knows he's tripped him, and it's a penalty. And Alexander Isak has a chance now to put us 2 goals back in front.
What a run that is from Lewis
What
Hall,
a brilliant run. He's clipped by Mbeumo. And Mbeumo knows. I mean, we could see there in real time that he was clipped. Undoubtedly there. Yeah. And it's a penalty kick.
All day long. And not enough to overturn it, even if it isn't VAR. We're looking at it. Of course they are.
Yeah, well,
not enough to overturn that.
I mean, it's just brilliant from Lewis Hall, isn't it? Just the confidence of him. Just the way he just bursts through there, Billy, and just fantastic confidence. It is going to... Well, VAR's still checking this, Billy. I have a bad feeling about this.
Well, if VAR is corrupt, this is the time you'll see it, because that's a penalty kick all day long, every day. The referee's giving it. Is he outside the area?
No.
He's not, is he? He's in. He's clipped him. It's a penalty. There's no way they can overturn this. No way.
I mean, the only thing I think we're looking at, Billy, is whether he's... I mean, he's in the box. He's changed it to a free kick.
Scandalous.
That's not where the foul was, referee. Give over, will you?
Unbelievable. We'll see where.
Hey, man, where?
Oh, he's outside the box where the foul is, but when he goes down in the box, it's a penalty. That's a penalty kick.
How is that? Oh dear me!
The foul's committed outside. The foul's committed outside the box.
Jason Tyndall is furious. They've just seen the replay on the big screen, and they cannot believe that's not a penalty. Jason Tyndall is doing his napper on the sidelines there.
He's not. It's
just come out on the big screen. How have they not given a penalty for that? My God, I have seen it all. I've said this is disgusting, guys. The fourth official is trying to give information, but listen, we've still got a free kick on the edge of the box. But
he's not been to the screen. He's basically took notice of what the bloke said. He should go to the screen and check himself. Surely, Scott.
Well, you would imagine so. He's now relying on the people in the box instead of seeing it for himself.
There needs to be a bit of justice here. And there is! And there is!
Oh, yes, there is! Thank you very much! It's a goal for Newcastle United! It's another goal! It's brilliant stuff! It's a save by the keeper, but it's put in by Bruno Guimaraes. And Newcastle United lead by 4-2. So go and grab your granny, take her out for dinner, Grandad, and give her a spectacular night before she flies out to Australia. It's 4-2. Bruno wearing his magic hat, Billy, thrown out from the crowd. He puts the magic hat on, and it's 4-2 to Newcastle United.
We'll have that, you cheating twats.
Definitely not offside.
That was corruption. If it's highest
level, unbelievable. What the hell was Flecken doing there? I mean, that's the worst goalkeeping I've ever seen. Why is he... spoons that out to Bruno, and he says thank you very much. Annoy, thank you for another super chat. I've still got the squeakiest arse in the place.
well, Bruno.
Oh, this bloody spinny wheel get lost, man.
Bruno's kissed the badge and all sorts there. That's not a sign of someone leaving.
Oh, yeah, well, absolutely. Kieran, thank you for a super chat. I predicted a 4-2 win. Thank you very much. Well, me and Alex said 4-1. And we're all with you, Thomas. Obviously, after the death of his mum or dad? I think never an easy thing. We wish, obviously, Thomas Frank very well, because he seems a genuinely nice guy, actually, Thomas Frank.
He's a good manager. I don't know about nice guy. He doesn't like us very much.
Oh, Billy, you don't like anybody.
He doesn't like us. He always slags us. Even when we beat him 5-1, he says that they're the better side. He's a bit of one of them kind of managers, but he's a good manager. I do feel sorry for him, of course. That's
a free kick, referee. Good strength that by Emil Kraft, and Tony brings him down. Ivan Tony doesn't look very happy with the decision. Peter Merrifield, thank you very much for your super chat. Lucky Granny. Indeed. 11 minutes to go now in the game, and then obviously additional time. But Newcastle United, a little bit of justice there. We're 10 subs away from 29,500 guys. 10 subs away. Please do subscribe if you're new to the channel. Over 3,300 watching. Yous all can't be subs. Come on, hit that subscribe button for us. Come and be part of this incredible community on the Toon Review. Rachel P, thank you for your super sticker. Much appreciated.
Oh, Joe Linton, Christ almighty.
Oh, that wasn't great. I don't know, but that wasn't great from Isak. But we got the ball back again.
Back though, and lost
again. Indeed. It is free to subscribe, by the way, guys. You don't have to become a member if you don't want to, but it is free for the subscription. So come and be part of a wonderful community. And, well, I'm trying to see.
This is Joe Linton coming off for Kieran Trippier, looks like.
Yeah, but I just saw Callum Wilson there.
So did I. Sheffield United are going out with a bang. They've had 2 players sent off in the same minute.
Wow.
Trusty and Brooks. Yeah.
We're now over 29,500. Thank you so much, everybody, and welcome to the channel. Absolute legends. Welcome to all our new subscribers. And hopefully we can get towards the big 3-0 and have that 30,000 party show, Billy.
Absolutely.
Well played, Alexander Isak. Great game today. I'm not saying Kieran Trippier anyway. I don't know why number 2 went up. I mean, well, he's on the pitch, Billy. That's why I didn't see him on the sideline. He's on for Joe Linton. And I think it's Joe Linton's off. Joe Linton's gone off the far side of the pitch, and he'll get a huge applause from the Newcastle fans, undoubtedly and deservedly so. Incredible performance. Simon Yorkshire, thank you for your super chat. More poetic than scoring a penalty. No squeaks now. Absolutely. I mean, I still can't believe that penalty decision. I mean, when I saw Jason Tyndall, Billy, I thought he was going to kill somebody.
Well, yeah, I mean, the foul was outside the box, granted, but his momentum took him in when he was fouled. It was.
I'm not sure, Billy. I mean, it's it's one of those, isn't it? It's a little difficult to tell.
But the fact of the matter is, the ref didn't even go look.
They can't reverse it. Exactly. Why reverse it? Daniil, thank you for your super chat. Hi, Paul and Billy. Many thanks for the great watch-alongs during the season. Look forward to next year. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
much appreciated. Here is Emil Kraft for Newcastle on the right. Oh, sorry, it's Kieran Trippier. I beg your pardon. I'm trying to work out what formation we've got into here because he's got 3 centre-backs on now. It looks like a 3-4-3, Billy?
What's happened is Burns gone to left-back, Lewis Hall's gone further up the pitch, and Anderson's tucked in. Or Lewis Hall's got into midfield, one of the two. Well, that is when we were attacking, we've been defending.
Well, so that is, we haven't got a bloody clue, everybody. It's just see the last few minutes of the game out, basically. And but Brentford have the ball on the edge of the box now, and here is Visser with his swimming trunks on because he's dived that feckin' much this game. Robert Bangs, thank you very much for gifting 5 Toon Review memberships. Very kind, my friend. Chill, Billy, chill. It's fine, matey. It is fine, my friend. Hey, we're on 29,518 now, Billy. Incredible support. Thank you so much, everybody. Here we come, 30K. We are not far from you. And a brilliant 30,000 show when we will get lots of guests on. Hopefully get some previous presenters on as well, which would be nice. PD Proudlock, thank you for your super chat, buddy. Joe Linton, man of the match for me today. I don't think we can really argue with that.
Definitely not.
This has gone off. He's struggling with water consumption in his lungs from all the diving.
I think he's got the bends. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely he has. But don't forget, guys, we are covering a lot of stuff in the summer. We'll have transfer shows. We're covering obviously the Australian tour. We're covering the Japanese one as well at the beginning of next season and pre-season. That might be a few funny times, Billy. But we will be there. We are committed. The Euros, we will be covering the Euro Championships as well. We may be doing an FA Cup final, of course. That might be interesting, Billy, to do a watch-along. Knowing that maybe
the Champions League final.
Champions League final, indeed, as well, which should be a cracker. So, loads coming up on here, guys. We are going to start covering a lot more commentaries as well, not just Newcastle games. So, we may set up a separate channel for that, but we will let you know if and when that does actually happen. But lots of plans for this channel. So thank you to everybody who has subscribed and is part of viewing, subscribing, membership, every single one of you. Thank you so much for everything.
2-0 to Manchester United at Brighton. Not that it matters much.
It doesn't matter now. It really doesn't matter now. We just have to hope that Man City just do what they're supposed to do in the FA Cup final next week. But here comes Callum Wilson now. Wilson, a few side steps, 2 Brentford players on him, and he brings one of them down, free kick. I mean, I don't know what Callum's supposed to do in that situation there. He's sort of blocked out by 2 players. He's trying to get the ball, and then he's accused of bringing him down. As Brentford come forward again now, looking for a little gap. They might have a shooting opportunity here from the edge of the box. Good work that by Newcastle defensively, though.
It was, yeah. Anderson did really well there.
Yeah, blocking the access to getting the shot in very quick. Blocking the shooting lanes very, very quickly there. And good stuff that from Newcastle.
Well, Rasmus Højlund is the goal scorer for Brighton.
For Brighton?
For Man United, sorry. Yeah.
Can I say? What's happened there? That's a great ball now. Has Lewis Hall got the pace to get there? I mean, he's got a hell of an engine on him, the kid. I mean, I don't think it was fitness that was the problem, Billy, because he looks incredible.
Yeah, he does. Well, we saw he had fatigue issues the first couple of games he came in, but I mean, since then he's been up and down that touchline all game long, hasn't he?
He certainly has. Into the last 5 minutes of normal time now. Newcastle lead 4-2, 3-0 up at half-time. Brentford came back to 3-2. Then, what I can only describe as a shocking penalty incident. We get a free kick on the edge of the box, and justice is served as the goalkeeper saved it and parried it straight out to Bruno, who tucked it home. But Brentford do have a corner here. I don't want them to score because if they get a third goal, Billy, it's squeaky bum time again.
It is indeed. I've got the terrible wheel of doom here, but yeah.
Well, the wheel of doom just happens to be part of today, unfortunately. But anyway, it is a corner to Brentford. Nick Pope organised. By the way, we haven't had a corner in this game. Can you believe that? Well, all that pressure in the first half, and we haven't had a corner kick. Long in it comes. Nick Pope is there to collect it on the 6-yard area. Thank you very much. Dan Robinson, thank you for another super chat. He says, you'll see FA corruption as Man City throw the final. Oh, no.
I'm kind of, if one team isn't going to throw the final against Man United, it'll be Man City. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I don't think there's much chance of that happening.
I don't think their fans will be very happy about that.
No. Flicked on now, Callum Wilson. And does well. Wins a throw-in for Newcastle United, which Lewis Hall will take. And Callum Wilson just telling everyone to calm down, chill out. And suddenly the Geordies are back in full voice after chewing all the nails off. And I'd say one thing, Billy, about the Newcastle end, there's a lot of skin on show this afternoon.
There certainly is, yeah. And Paul Scholes looks like he's there as well.
Yeah. Dear God. Anyway, it's out for a Brentford goal kick. Nothing came of that throw-in. Literally nothing came of that throw-in. It was dreadful.
Yeah.
However, Brentford try and play it out now. I mean, I think they know their season's pretty much done now. I can't see them going all out to try and get 2 goals back now. As great play from Bruno again. Bruno's been exceptional today as well, by the way. But then when isn't he? Good play by Anderson into the box, but that's good defending. And just crowded him out, and Brentford come away with the ball. And
good chasing back Anderson, no?
Yeah, absolutely. He's got back to win the ball. Great stuff from Elliot Anderson. Absolutely phenomenal. Here's Bruno again. That's majestic from Bruno. He's taken on the whole Brentford team. He loses the ball eventually, but my God.
Yeah,
just under 2 minutes of normal time left, guys. Please keep subscribing. Thank you very much. As we come into the end of the Premier League season, a very up and down Premier League season for Newcastle United. But it looks like it's ending on a high. And hopefully Man City do their business next week. And we're in Europe for the second season running.
We could do with the Bournemouth goal at Chelsea. That would kind of help us, wouldn't it? Would it?
I don't know, Billy. I have no idea.
Ahead of us or one ahead of us. I don't know what they are.
I'm not sure. But anyway, Brentford are knocking on the door again. Long ball across to the far side. In it comes, looking for... well, there's the header, but that's straight at Nick Pope, and he's not going to let that slip through. And Kieran Trippier gives him a little pat on the head. All the Man U fans on Goldbridge saying they don't want conference. Well, see, this is the thing with Manchester United fans. That they don't want this, they don't want that, because they're an entitled bunch of fannies, basically.
They probably think that they can win the league without European football. That's how deluded they are.
Well, yeah. Plus, they couldn't sign the players that they wanted to win the league without European football, to be honest. They won't want to just come for the league. But that's the entitlement of Man United fans, isn't it? The just, we don't want this. Manchester United are too big for the Conference League. Bollocks. They're not the big almighty Man United that they were. And if they want to try and get back to that, then they've got to work their way up again, as we're doing as well. We got Champions League last season. We're back if we're in the Conference League, so be it. We're delighted just to have European football because we deserve it.
I agree.
Crowtails, thank you very much for your membership of 6 months. Come on, City next week. Absolutely.
Shares down injured, by the way. It's a bit of cramp or not well played.
I don't think he believes in life after love, Billy, to be honest.
Probably not.
Oh, again, Anderson trying to play the ball across for Callum Wilson.
West Ham have scored again at Man City. It's 3-2 there now.
That's brilliant work from Elliot Anderson again, Billy. I mean, look at this, man. Look at him, Buemo, go down holding his face. He's been penalised for it as well. Can you believe it? Oh, you absolute donkey. Don't you dare book him. Don't you dare, you absolute pleb of a monster.
Oh, get out of it.
He's just using his arms as leverage, man. There's strength to hold him off. He doesn't even know where Mbuemo is, for God's sake.
That's nonsense. And Arsenal have taken the lead at home, but the West Ham goals were disallowed. So back as you were.
Oh, dear. Chippers, thank you for your super chat. For the first time ever, we will finish above Man United in the league.
Well, not so quick. Paul Dummett's coming on.
Yeah. Steady on. Steady on. Steady on. 7 minutes of additional time here, and I don't know what the referee's doing here. Dummett's kind of saying what's going on. I mean, we're 90? We're nearly into the 2 minutes of Fabian Scher's gone off. Crow's Tail, thank you for another super chat. City, hopefully Man United gets Southgate. Well, listen, I will do a show for an hour and do nothing but laugh. I won't even talk during the show. I will just laugh like a laughing policeman for 60 minutes. Anyway, the game is slowly petering out here now. The ball is with Nick Pope. The end of the season is nigh.
Oh, dear.
I mean, I made a point, Billy, of saying, that although they're going on this trip to Australia, it's not like they'll be riding in peasant carriage. They'll be in first class, very well looked after. They'll all have a bed each. They'll all be chilling out. So it's not exactly riding in a wooden cart. You know what I mean?
No, it'll be massages and all sorts.
Oh God, yeah. Dean Young, thank you for your super chat. 3 signings, returning injuries, Tonali back. Can't wait till next season. Yeah, I agree, Dean. Bring it on, my friend. Bring it on. And Joe Linton's still yelling. I don't know what he's yelling, but he looks like he's kind of taking the piss out of somebody there. Yeah. 4 minutes of additional time left.
I've not had a picture for the last 4 minutes, I've got to say.
Well, I think it's the weather, Billy. It's affecting servers all over the place. Great play from Lewis Hall again. And here come Newcastle with Anderson. Good ball to Bruno. Bruno looks for Miggy, but leaves it for Wilson instead. Wilson cuts onto his left. Wilson to Almiron. Almiron then sends it out to Kieran Trippier. Trippier could have got a cross in there, but again, just lays it to Bruno on the edge of the box. Now Almiron. Back to Bruno. Bruno to Trippier. Again, there was a good chance to get the cross in there. Now, I'm sure that must frustrate Callum Wilson at times.
I think they're just taking this thing out of things, Paul, if I'm perfectly honest.
I don't care, Billy. I want goals. I don't care what minute of the game it is. That's being greedy again. Lewis Hall again, just doing a little bit of a spin, and now he's going for a run across the park at Brentford. Lays it out to Trippier on the right-hand side. Anthony Railton, thank you very much for signing up to the Members Club. Welcome to the channel, matey, and thank you for your support.
Oh, referee! That's Tony on Pope there. Late
tackle. Very late tackle. Rat. He's already been booked, of course. It's Mope, isn't it?
Mope. Rat.
Dirty little shitbag. No need for that at this time of the game. Absolutely none at all.
Tony's getting involved with Pope, trying to pull him away.
Well, Nick Pope is furious, and rightly so. That's a disgusting tackle to make with 3 minutes of injury time left, 4-2 down, and he takes the keeper out like that from behind. Disgraceful. And he's complaining to himself.
A keeper that hasn't played for so long with injury as well. I know but we'll see it again now. Pope clears it, and Mope's oh, that's a red card. He scissored him. He scissored him. That's a red card.
That's a terrible tackle, that.
It's a red card. He scissored him. You're not allowed to do the scissor tackle. He scissored
diabolical right tackle.
Dirty little French twat.
Charlie Ridgely, thank you for being a member for 3 months. Next season, we will have our baby Toon with us. Yeah, you will. Good luck. And first thing to do, buy a little black and white sleep suit. And I think Nick Pope is making signals to Mope there. Are VAR checking this? Is that what's going on here?
That's a red card. That should be a red card. Anyway, it's finished at the Amex. Man United 2-0 winners there. And Villa have been beaten 5-0 by Palace. Looking forward to their Champions League campaign next season.
I think they made a lot of changes today, Billy, to be fair.
I think they're going to get embarrassed in Europe, if I'm perfectly honest.
Well, you never know. They might attract some good players. They've got money to spend.
They haven't now. They've got to sell up, haven't they?
Well, yeah, so did we. But, we'll wait and see. Anyway, Nick Pope with the kick. And it's flicked on towards Elliot Anderson. Can't quite get there. But we're into the final minute now of additional time. Newcastle season is coming to a winning end. But we are still coming forward here. And a chance for Wilson. Oh, just couldn't turn. And I just hope Mope doesn't get the ball again, because I think there's going to be a bit of a retribution as he heads in on Nick Pope again. Pope stays calm, just lays it out to Sean Longstaff, back to Trippier. And now Almiron. Inside again to Longstaff. 20 seconds to go.
Full time at Stamford Bridge. 2-1 to Chelsea.
So we do have to rely on Manchester City, but let's just hope they do the biz, as Miggy now has the ball taken out, and referee says play on. Come on, Miggy, get up. There's nothing wrong with you, man. Well, there isn't, is there, really? I mean, it wasn't even a foul.
No, it wasn't. It was a ridiculous pratfall, wasn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, the 7 minutes are up, by the way, but the referee continuing and has given Brentford a free kick just round about 5 yards, 6 yards outside the penalty area as Tony goes down. But no doubt the referee will allow this to happen. I mean, it is a trip, but Anderson just kept his leg there, basically. And Anderson got a little cheeky smile on his face, but no doubt that I fancy Ivan Toney to hit this to try and get on the score sheet before the end of the game.
Yeah, probably his last game for Brentford, isn't it? And against his old club as well, that he's kind of slandered in the past as well. So, yes, I think it'll be hitting this.
Sean Taylor says Pope was booked in all that, Billy.
No way.
And he is Ivan Toney, and that has gone. That has gone into the Thames, and thank you for blowing my eardrums out there, Billy. I really appreciate that. But that is it. The game has ended, and Newcastle United finished the season with a victory. Thomas Frank having a chat with Eddie of the How, and it finishes Brentford 2, Newcastle United 4. Goals from Barnes, Murphy, Isak, and of course, Bruno, who wore the magic hat celebrating the goal with the Newcastle fans. Billy, all round, second half, we definitely came off the pedal a little bit, but, job was done, really, if we look back at the game, and 3 points well deserved.
Yeah, 100%. Could have scored more, to be fair.
Yeah.
We did slack off second half a little bit. A couple of players were kind of running on empty fumes at the end, but, I mean, some of them players today have been outstanding. Joe Linton, first full game for how long? Absolutely brilliant. Deserved win. Brentford were kind of not really at it today. Good for them. We were brilliant today. Some great stuff we played today, and some good goals.
Absolutely. John WD40, thank you for your super chat. Eddie gets us European football this season after all the injuries. Magnificent. Not yet. Not yet. Man City have to win the FA Cup first. And once they do that, we can celebrate. Anton, thank you for your super sticker. Much appreciated, my friend. Just waiting for Stato to join us and get his thoughts on the end of the game. And then we will do our match reactions on YouTube and, of course, over on Patreon as well. The players still just all shaking hands there. Some of them may not be here next season, Billy, but competent display. There was a lot of pressure going into this game, of course, and we've come through it, and you have to give the lads credit for that.
I do kind of worry if Joe Linton wasn't playing today that we would have had the control of midfield and Bruno would have been allowed to express himself as much as he did today.
But he was.
He's a huge player for us. I'm so glad he's back. It's just a pity he wasn't back Wednesday. Because I think if we'd have done that, with Joe Linton an hour, I don't think this would be 6 now, and we wouldn't even be talking about, hoping Man City win the cup final, which we would have anyway, because we don't want Man United to win anything, do we? Let's be honest. But
I mean, to be fair. All we could do today was go out and do a job, and we've done it. We've done it certainly in style in the first half, without a shadow of a doubt. Just to bring you up to scratch, guys, with all the results across the Premier League today. Magpie Gamer, thank you for another super chat. There is only one United, Newcastle United. We will be much better next season. The results in the Premier League: Arsenal 2, Everton 1, Brentford 2, Newcastle 4, Brighton 0, Manchester United 2, Burnley 1, Forest 2, Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 1, Palace 5, Villa 0, Liverpool 2, Wolves 0, Luton 2, Fulham 4, and Manchester City winning the Championship, winning the Premier League, beating West Ham by 3-1. Stato is with us. We also got a super chat from Samsonite Dove. 7th and possible Europe approved, and Man United with their lowest Premier League finish ever. Previous record was 7th. How are the lads? Alex, bit of squeaky bum time there, but we went on to win the game.
Yeah, I mean, me and Billy predicted 4. Unfortunate to concede 2, to be honest. The first one was a bit of a gift, really. The second one from Vissa was just fantastic from him. Yeah. Nothing really did overly wrong. It posting in, difficult to save. Burn did everything he could to try and stop that. But yeah, great result, finishing in 7th. I mean, I said at the start of the year, I think 8th is probably the lowest down we really should be finishing this year. 4th would be a struggle, somewhere in between. It would have been nice to get 5th or 6th, but it was 7th. It's still fairly solid. It's progression, 4th and 7th, 2 seasons on the trot. So we just need to make sure we now get European places every season going forward. It's good to finish the season with 4 goals scored. Everybody looks happy. Great feeling. So good to go into the transfer window.
Absolutely. Francisco is with us. A happy end to the season. Can't wait for the transfer window to open. Here's to an awesome summer. Great job from you lot all season. Much health and blessings to you and your families, and to you, Francisco. Ab says, whether we get in Europe or not, fantastic effort by Eddie and the team. If we can keep Bruno and J7 stays fit next season, and we get a top-class centre-back in, we are challenging for the title. Well, I don't see why not. We're going to have a very, very good squad next season.
We just need some squad depth. That's all we need.
Absolutely.
So if and when we do get injuries, we can replace them with like players. And I think then we are kind of in that realm of the challenge of the title. I agree.
Well, we have scored the right amount of goals to be in that conversation. Liverpool have scored 86 this season. We've scored 85. So if we can tidy up at the back and keep shape and add some more depth, the data doesn't lie. We're scoring enough goals to be in that sort of, Arsenal on 91, City on 96. So City have scored 10 goals more than us this season. So we're not miles away in all departments. It's depth, cleaning it up at the back. It feels a bit crazy. It feels a bit dirty to say, but realistically, we're not that far away.
No.
A strong goalkeeping deputy or someone that pushes Pope for the number 1 shirt.
Absolutely.
How I say it, that would kind of give us a couple of places as well.
Yeah. Ian says Joe is there to pick up the pieces and gels the team. He was absolutely magnificent today. No doubt about it. Simon says, Mint show as always. Enjoyed the whole season watching it here on the Toon Review. See you back for the start of next season, lads. Up the Toon. Well, we do have a lot going on in the summer as well. We're not going anywhere. Indie Club, thank you for your super chat. Do we want Europe next season, though? I think we should strengthen our team and aim towards Europa League next season. Of course,
if we don't have Europe next season, we won't be strengthening our team because players will want to leave.
Yeah, and the big players, let's be honest. So, of course, we want Europe. We want to be in any European competition that's available to us. Dan Kane says, how fitting was it that Bruno scored the goal that saw the entire Magpie fan base take a collective deep breath and relax? And I love the way he put the hat on that got chucked out the crowd as well. Bruno, his magic hat, of course. Anthony says, great show, by the way. Work offshore, and you keep me connected with the Toon. By far the best on YouTube. Keep it up. Thank you very much. Morris says, I can see Man United winning the cup, to be fair, just to kill us again. Oh, surely they couldn't do that. Surely not. I mean, Alex, Billy's already worried about the cup final. Are you?
I am worried, yeah, but you would expect Manchester City to do what they normally do. It'll be very disappointing if Man City can't win. They should be winning. Well, it's difficult to say. We'll have to wait and see, won't we?
Francisco says, I have possible good news for you guys. I'll send you an email in the next couple of days with the info with an airplane sign. Ooh. I'll do it again. Ooh. Yes, this isn't OnlyFans. Let's move on. We've got a super Billy Packer. We've got a super chat for another one from Edward. Edward, thank you for all your contributions this season, my friend, out there in Japanese Japan. Thanks again to the Toon Review. I think this is the first FA Cup final in years I'll be glued to. Yeah, we have a very invested interest in this year's cup final, so should be very interesting. And Acid says, Paul, did I ever tell you I love you? Billy, did I ever tell you I love you? Like, how, Alex? Alex, did I ever tell you I love you? How are the lads? Thank you, Antacid, for your season's contributions. And just be careful of people checking your loft. Chris Shields says, TTR hosts and backroom staff, thank you very much for the season. I've switched over from another Toon channel to this one this year, and rest assured my membership will follow. Thanks again, team. Thank you, Chris. Much appreciated. Pilo Keith says, looking forward to the close season. Very exciting. Are you looking forward to it, Alex? See what develops?
For what, pre-season?
No, the summer. Just the summer in general.
The summer in general. I think we're kind of poised to do a few early deals potentially, but then in regards to spending much more, there do need to be sales. I think the free transfers and maybe some young ones in and some loans and things like that, we might be able to get some things wrapped up early doors. But then I think any big signings are going to depend on outgoings, things like sort of Murphy and release clauses being triggered and things like that. So we may have to see. It is going to be frustrating for the first month, guys, because it's going to be everybody's going to get room, and Gordon's going to get linked, Isak's going to get linked, Bruno's going to
We're going to be very busy, put it that way. Rolly, thank you very much for the comments, mate. Hope you're well, buddy. Simon says, be interesting how many Man City players go on the injury list before the Cup, saving themselves for the Euros. I don't think so. I don't think so. Guys, come on. You gave me made my season even more enjoyable. Can't see Paul getting on the BBC Sport Grab Your Granny. Listen, I am available. But never mind. Are you doing a watch along now? It involves us. I think we will be doing Cup final match day live. Yeah, there's no reason why not, and it is a very important game for Newcastle United, even though we're not playing in it. Don't we get Conference League at a minimum because Liverpool won the Carabao Cup? If Man City win the FA Cup, we get Europa.
No, we need Manchester United to lose that final.
Yeah. It's as simple as that. Man City have to win the cup. Okay. Ball Geordie says, thank you, TTR, for all your hard work and great content. I will be watching you over the summer. The best Toon YouTube channel by far. Thanks, Paul, Billy, Stato, and Sam. Awesome season. Thank you very much.
Anyhow, it's 30 years, the Premier League, 32 years, and it's the first time we've finished above Manchester United. So how's that?
So that's indeed, that's something to celebrate, guys.
We've beaten them twice. Once in the league, once in the cup. They've beaten us once, so we've beaten them on head to head. We've scored more goals than them. We've got a better goal difference and a better league finish. So we are better in every department this year. They can't argue anything, really.
Yeah, absolutely. White Noise Clips says, cheers, lads, for the hard work put in. Been a class season for the Toon Review. Looking forward to what's to come. Ian says, thanks to everyone at TTR this season. Had a few bad times this year, and you helped a lot. Thank you, Ian, very much. Yes, we will be, Dan. There'll be a match day live for Cup Final Day. Absolutely. Because, I know how we'll be cheering on, of course. Graham Ritchie, thank you for your super chat. Great coverage, lads. Got a bit squeaky at 3-2. Bruno was outstanding. Bruno was immense today as well, but the two Brazilians were just fantastic.
Bearing in mind, Bruno is still as he plays for us, a defensive midfielder, and he got 3 goal contributions today in one game. I think he was on 12. He was on 6 goals, 6 assists going into today. He's just added 3 to that list as a defensive midfielder. I mean, the man's magician is correct.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. Now he's got a bit of help in the midfield today. He looks a much better player.
Yeah, 15 goal contributions. I think that means he's finished on. Imagine if we move him further forward.
Yeah. Revenger32, thank you for your super chat. Thank you for the hard work and entertainment. You are very welcome. Kevin says, thanks a lot, TTR, for this season. Loved every bit. Loved the cows and the granny patter. See you next time. You will indeed. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. There's so many nice messages come in. I really do appreciate that. Channel Right, thank you for your super chat. Thanks for all your commentary. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for all the lovely comments. But we will be back. We will be back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. For the match review, and then obviously we will do the season review at some point next week as well. But we will have the game in Australia on Wednesday morning. Me and Billy will be there for that one to bring you the commentary on that game. Dr. House, thank you for your super chat. Thank you for a great season, lads. Enjoyed the commentary and the laughs. Love you guys and can't wait to listen next season. Best channel on YouTube. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. But like I say, we're back with another Match Day Live on Wednesday. It should be very interesting.
And next Saturday.
And of course, probably for the Champions League final as well. And the Euros. We will cover the Euros in great depth as well. And then it all starts again, pre-season. So really, it'll come around very, very quickly, guys. Jimmy Barr, thanks for the season, guys, and watch-alongs for better commentary through you bunch. Best channel on YouTube. Love you guys. How are the lads? Thank you so much. Incredible messages. But that is it for Matchday Live today. Obviously, you can now head across very shortly. There will be this, the Patreon match reaction with Billy and Alex. So if you're not a Patreon member, it's £5 a month, but that does also help the channel greatly. But you'll get a lot more away from the camera, such as transfers, match reactions, legends, and Newcastle United history. So it is a great thing to sign up to for podcasts away from the camera, so you can listen to while you're walking the dog, in the gym, in the car, things like that. It's go and check it out. The link's in the description, but I'll put it up on the socials when that's available. I'll be doing mine over on YouTube as well. Alex?
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. I get it. John Adams, thank you for your super chat. Thank you, TTR team. Much appreciated. Chris Lynch, thank you for yours. Great presentation all season. Big thank you to Susan as well. Absolutely. She's been remarkable behind the scenes, setting everything up. There's a lot goes on behind the scenes, which people don't necessarily see, especially with trying to get merch. I mean, we've been let down so many times with delivery companies and stuff like that for merch, and stuff going missing after we've sent it and all sorts of stuff. But people have been really good and patient with that, and we've managed to get everything out the door. But if you are new, we do have a website, thetoonreview.co.uk, where you can purchase your goodies. Your membership is there as well. You know, we've got so much on that website. So have a look, see what you think, and get some merch. your favourite Toon review channel, your favourite Newcastle channel. Billy, what are you drinking there?
Pepsi Max.
Oh, I was going to say, how dare you drink another soda company? Absolutely shocking. Alex is on the water because he's still hungover from his holiday. But we must end it there, guys. We must end it there. Thank you so much, guys, for all your comments. You've been fantastic. Join us again tomorrow night at 7 o'clock for the match review. We'll be doing the player ratings and everything like that. And then loads of shows to come next week with watch-alongs and season review, of course, where we'll get all our ratings for the players across the season. We'll see who has stood out and who hasn't. We'll be doing sort of player of the season, most improved, etc. So there'll be loads of polls you'll be playing to know. Alex, if you keep putting comments up while I'm not looking, I will, words will be had.
It's a good comment, motivational.
Absolutely, absolutely. But thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your super chats, your memberships, your gifted memberships are incredible. Thank you, mods. You've been awesome again today. Can't thank you enough. Thank you to Billy and Alex. But as usual, thank you to every single one of yous out there because you make this channel so popular. You make it what it is. We will keep bringing you the shows as long as you keep enjoying them. So thank you to everybody. Welcome to all our new subscribers and members, etc. And all our new viewers as well. Thank you so much for everything. We will see you live again tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Go and enjoy this victory, guys. It finishes Brentford 2, Newcastle United 4. Good night.
Summer's here. Get in.
Come back and check on some green.